What's up, everybody? Jeremy, inside the Coils, Warfels, Morphs. Thanks for tuning in tonight, folks. It is going to not be a super long live as we normally do. I've got to be up massively early. So, yeah. So, it's not going to be super long. Plus, I think we're all a little bit tired from yesterday's party. So, I think we all need a little bit of rest anyway because today's been a crazy day to begin with. I'm going to bring out my brother, Mr. Sorrentino. What up? See, this man's got more energy than what I do. He's been packing all day.
Freaking packing. I cleaned both ARS racks. I did the one baby rack. I gotta do the other holdback rack.
Oh, okay. So in all honesty, dude, I did not do anything down here today. Like I was, the steaks have been put on the back burner for the day.
We eat leftovers all day.
Dude, all right. I will say this. I was thankful everybody took what they did. And the one little thing of ribs that I kept for myself, all right, I was putting them away in the Ziploc bag. I looked, I'm like, what in the hell is these white little things? They look like eggs. Yeah, like I'm saying, like, so I like there was it's like, all right, one I laid it off to the side. Then there were a couple others that had it. It's like it had to be flies. It had to be like flies laying larvae or whatever they do.
Really?
That's the only thing I can come up with because it's not.
I'd have fucking ate it anyway.
So I threw it out, sadly. And everybody else, though, it seemed I think everybody took a good bit to take home and enjoy because there's.
Did he have brisket? I was gonna say, did they have brisket? Because I didn't even try that.
There was the ribs, there was barbecue chicken, and pulled pork.
Okay, that's what. All right.
Yeah, I don't think I got any pulled pork. I got chicken, and I definitely got a good bit of ribs. Like the ribs were freaking banging. The chicken,
yeah, they were. They were really good. Chicken was good.
It was all really good. So Mel, if you're watching this now, or if you're watching this on the replay, dude, thank you so much for the banging.
Yeah, we love your meat.
I've got to say, I took basically what I would imagine has probably got to be the worst picture of Sorrentino that has ever existed, and I now own it. Oh, look, there's Mel. Mel's meat, guys. And let's see, Tara, what's up, Tara? Thanks for tuning in tonight. Thank you very much for coming on over for the barbecue yesterday. Had a good time with you. Say, Sean Pie, enjoy what's going on, brother. Sean and his wife made it out too.
Yep.
It was great seeing them. It was. I gotta say, I always look forward to the party, but right before it comes, it's like, all right, it's time for it to be over. Like I've built, I've got myself so worked up that something's not gonna go right or whatever. And by the time it's here, it's like, okay, I'm ready for it to be done. But then after it's over, I'm just like, damn, that went too quick. Like the day.
It's rough being a host. It's rough being a host.
Oh, it is. Like, and it was nice. I didn't have to cook. Kind of half-ass had to cook. More warm stuff up. But that wasn't bad.
No.
But I got down here, and it seemed like the one time we were in the snake room for like ever, and when we came back up, it seemed like there was like probably 10 people left. It's like, oh shit, where'd these people go?
Yeah. No, I'm glad Mel hung out. I thought he was just going to drop food and roll, but I'm glad he hung out. That was awesome.
Well, I'm glad he hung out too. One, just to hang out, but two, he also was a big part of helping me get everything warmed up because he kept me on kind of, a little on track as far as, hey, this is probably warmed up enough. Hey, don't forget to go stir the beans. Like he was helping.
Dude, them beans! Oh my god, the beans, the cornbread. Oh,
so I didn't get any beans.
Really?
Yeah, dude, I'll be honest. I hit the ribs hard real quick. I hit the chicken, and then I was full. And with how hot it was, I was not going to overstuff myself. So I didn't want to get sick. I knew, it was a little toasty beat and a whole crap ton of food. And because we had a lot of food there. Let's see here.
Do you have a guest for tonight?
No, it's just
doing a
recap bullshit session. There was one topic that came up I wanted to talk about as well tonight. Tara says, "Babe's pipped about 2 hours after she talked to me." All right, awesome.
Nice.
And that's Tara. That's one of those things, like, you know, depending on your incubator, you know, every incubator set up differently. Normally, like mine, with the temps that I run, my eggs normally pip roughly day 53, 54. If they go to 55, it's very rare, but it does happen from time to time. Kind of depends where they're at in the incubator as far as how long it takes. But 55, 56 days, I mean, depending on your temps, that's, you know, kind of par for the course. What do you think, Sorrentino? That's probably where you're at too, right?
So my incubators run around 88.8, 89, and they pip on day 56.
Okay.
I don't cut until I at least see, like, you know, 1 or 2 pip.
Yeah. Well, so I always wait till I have one that pips. Once one pips, then it's go time. Just part of it's because of doing the egg cutting videos. If more than one pips, then like the anticipation's all over because they already know what's in those eggs. So I like to have that little bit of suspense while I'm cutting it. You know.
Yeah. I just have a alarm in my phone. So the day 56, it tells me clutch blah blah blah, and I'll just go check the incubator.
Okay.
Oh, good. Day 56.
Yeah. Yeah. So they were right on time. They were basically terrors. So.
Yeah, I got the same setting as last year, and they literally pip right on day. So
I'm saying once you get to know your incubator too, that's the big thing. Learn, like, using your equipment year after year, learning how everything behaves and like what to expect out of it. That's like a big thing, I think, for me.
Yeah.
So everybody in the chat, you guys can also, that was here yesterday, I mean, feel free to talk about yesterday. And
Michael Moore.
I'm kind of curious for the people that did attend and came down into the snake room, you know, what was everybody's thoughts on the expansion? What was everybody's favorite animal, what they got to see? What was yours, Chris?
I think that one carpet you got at the last, what was that, a Hamburg or Gettysburg?
Oh, the Jungle Ocelot Jag.
Yeah, that's pretty badass. She's pretty badass. I didn't see the bangs. I wanted to. I didn't get.
You didn't come down the second time around?
No, I didn't. I was
what
eating.
The world?
I was eating meat.
Funny thing is with the bangs, all right, the one that was in shed, okay, literally is probably one of the best looking ones, but it was in shed and it kind of half looked like shit. After I came down here after the party was over, I just wanted to make sure all the bins were shut. You know, nobody forgot. Yeah. Nothing was left cracked. And I've got a habit. I always check on the bangs. Like, I just religiously pop the tubs open, check on them. Okay, we're all good. I'm just convinced something's going to go wrong for some reason.
Or Chris took one.
No, that one, he was very protective of that one.
Oh, yeah. He flipped the card upside down and all.
He's like, this is mine.
Marking his territory.
Oh, it was funny as hell. But no, the one that was like after when I was down here and I was just double checking, making sure everything was shut. The one that was in shed had shed. And it's like, oh shit, now like it would have been perfect for everybody to see that one. And it just gone. Like, you know, shed out. And it's just like, damn it, no one's here to see this.
Yeah, I got a bunch of girls that lead. Everybody check out my Morph Market. Moving sale. I got some crazy prices.
Dude, I was going to say.
Trying to move some of these girls.
I updated my Morph Market. I've got some proven breeder girls up on there. Just kind of making room. It's not like it's, definitely not fire sailing anything. It's more of making room for, stuff that I've got coming up to size. And stuff that's basically, I don't want to say obsolete, but stuff that it's, basically I've got better stuff that's going to take its place.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
A lot of my stuff's like het, so I have the visuals growing up.
Okay. I see. I've got a, let's see, an Enchi hypo female up. Normal het DG that's up. That's a big girl too. She laid a big clutch her first year. Pastel red stripe proven female. There's some. I think there's another proven female on there. Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, Sean says he loves the bigger room. As far as he's concerned, nothing tops the diamonds. Yes.
Yeah.
My little diamonds.
The green trees are cool too. I love that little tub setup.
I wish that they were bigger, that they had a little bit more size to them, so that way, like, I could have them in, like, in an enclosure like the carpet. So
yeah, dude. Once they get bigger, man, that's gonna be badass. Once you get them in an enclosure.
Oh yeah, dude.
Are you gonna go bioactive or just keep it simple?
No, I'm gonna just do it like the carpets.
Okay.
I've heard too many horror stories about doing the bioactive stuff with them. Basically, that's a good way just to kill your green tree.
Oh, okay.
What has been, my take of what I've heard, just because of, not enough air circulation, you end up getting respiratory issues with them, and you end up with an expensive dead snake. Keith, what's up, dude? Thank you very much, brother, for the $2 super chat. Says hopefully I'll be at the next barbecue. Awesome.
Hopefully.
I will say this though.
He starts saving up his super
year,
chats, he can fly.
What's that?
I said if he saves up all his super chats, he can fly out.
I will say this though. Hopefully next year, everybody that says that they're going to come actually comes. That, like, I went through my list of how many people were supposed to be here and didn't come. It was about 15 people roughly.
Yeah, I miss Phil. I miss Kent. I miss Nicole.
Well, yeah. I heard from Phil. I heard from Kent. Nicole, I have no idea what happened to Nicole. Like, no idea at all.
What's his name? Charlie.
Charlie wasn't on the list to be coming originally anyway. Kai wasn't on the list. Like, there were people that I knew weren't coming, but then there were also people that, I get things come up, I get it, but there was like some that was just like nothing, no, hey, I can't come, or any of that stuff.
Yeah, I'm surprised Matt didn't come. He's up there, isn't he?
Matt's close to Phil.
Okay.
I think Phil and them are out more like Shelly's way. I think. Don't quote me on it, but I think they're out that way. I guess it's out towards you too, technically.
Yeah, I think Matt said he's close to where I'm moving.
Oh, okay. Tara says the expansion is really nice. Definitely opens up more space. The air circulation was more noticeable than last year. Well, last year it was only one fan just because of how small the room was. But yeah, now we got a fan on that side, a fan on this side. It kind of adds. I'm still gonna add another fan. I just got to figure out where I want to hang it at on this wall here in front of me. Tara, I will tell Kara though that the mac and cheese you thought was fantastic.
Yeah, the mac and cheese was good.
Because, dude, like, Kara was like, I don't know if this is going to be too much. As a hun, it's like last year when you made the mac and cheese, it like disappeared quick. So like she made a huge, like that huge freaking tub of it, and I was kind of like, yeah, this might be a little much. But when by the end of the night, man, it was gone. Like it was just basically scraps. So that made me happy. Terrace's favorite animal is a tie, the ocelot, and the female, and that female carpet baby. Okay, Tara, yeah, that one female that has come back here that Tara likes and wants. That is a beautiful animal. That is.
I got her and her husband good. I hit a little picture. I hit a little picture in the box.
Oh, dude.
Down there?
Yeah, she showed it to me. She goes, Jeremy, you need to start doing something like this. It's like, I ain't got the body for that shit.
Because I was doing them as jokes like a while back. I was like doing these autograph photos. So I'm like, oh, I had one on my desk thing when I was cleaning. So I'm like, I'll throw one in there, mess with her.
It was good. I think she enjoyed that one.
Nah, I love her and her husband. They're awesome.
James, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. Also want to say, Macamorph, what's going on, dude? Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I say Sean says missed Matt also. Yeah, like it sucks when not everybody, everybody's got stuff that comes up, and we all, we've kind of gotten to that part where like we expect everybody to be there. That's from our group because it's just the one time we all get to hang out and bullshit.
Yeah,
it sucks when you've got a few people that can't make it.
We got to do another Shady Maple.
Yeah, another Shady Maple would be a fun thing to do again. That it would. I agree. I know it was nice having Nate there this time. Like last year we didn't have Nate, and that really sucked not having Nate. Now this year we had Nate. So that was fun.
We missed Danny.
Yeah, that sucker. I still think his excuse was bullshit.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, he said
he's too cool for school.
Well, he said that his son was home, I guess his son was home this weekend or whatever. It's like, you can't tell me his boy likes to go out and have a good time. You can't tell me he wouldn't want to come out and eat some food and, party hardy with us. But freaking Danny, man. Danny, if you're listening to this, bro, you suck, man. You suck, you suck, you suck.
And he had a chauffeur.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Mr. Bang Daddy was going to be his driver.
Yeah, he would have had his way to and from. Danny done messed up, man. He done messed up. But it's just funny, like little key components like that, like how much it like really, makes a difference.
I'm mad about we didn't have the live band.
Yeah, there was that too. We didn't have Adam here doing the live band, but we also didn't have Phil doing, the music either. It was definitely a different feel this year.
We still had a blast, man. Food was great.
We did. Like I think the other thing is too, the past like 2 years, I think we set the bar so high that if you don't do the live music, now it seems like we kind of dropped it down a notch.
Yeah. Well, it's just so hard to set that date, man, because it's like everybody, especially around this time, everybody's got vacations. Yep. You got graduation parties. You got this birthday party, this, this and that. It's just a lot of stuff going on.
And here's the crap.
And then you can pick a weekend where it rains.
I was saying, and that's the thing. Like I was thinking, it's like originally I wanted to plan it earlier in the month. Well, if it would have done that, we would have had rain every freaking weekend. This was like literally one of the first weekends with no rain.
Yeah.
But it was hot as shit again, which is the one thing I was trying to avoid.
It wasn't as bad as last year. I'll tell you
that.
No,
it was not.
No way. Right.
It was not as bad as last year. That is true. That is very, very true. James, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in, dude. Good to see you in the chat. Let's go ahead. Let me run the first two channel sponsors here quick, and then we'll get into what I want to kind of dive into tonight. I was hoping some of the other guys would hop on here for some more points of view other than our twos, but hey, whatever.
I'll text them.
Yeah, text them, tell them get their asses on there, especially John. Nate, I'll give Nate, Nate's probably up to doing something busy, but John, I mean, hell, he's got a whole work crew over there. So anyway, here we go, guys. Gettysburg Reptile Expo LLC is one of the premier shows of the Northeast. Located at the All-Star Event Complex in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. It's a 45,000 square foot venue that houses 270 plus tables, 125 plus breeders, with an amazing selection of snakes, lizards, geckos, turtles, amphibians, and invertebrates. Doesn't matter if you're a breeder looking for that next high-end piece to your project or a pet owner looking for your next scaly friend. To top it off, the Sea Serpent's there to meet all of your racking and incubator needs. The show dates for 2025 are March 29th, July 19th, and November 8th. So make sure you stop out, and I will see you at Gettysburg Reptile Expo LLC. ShedTesting.com is your premier choice when it comes to shed testing. Charlie is adding new tests on a regular basis, so make sure to stop by often to see what's been added to the website. Let ShedTesting.com shave years off of your breeding plans. They're fast, accurate, and can't be beat. Don't forget to use the code CARPET15 at checkout to save 15% off of your order. ShedTesting.com. Use the best. I actually just sent off some sheds Saturday, Charlie. So hopefully we'll get the results back on those this week. That was actually some really neat animals for that one that I sent out. It was that pewter leopard lace that I sent out, testing it for lace just to make sure that it is lace. The GHI Mojave Hypo that I got that we think is chocolate.
Okay.
And apparently its sibling popped out a clown.
Wow.
So I had to send it off for this test for the het clown as well. So that's being tested for chocolate and clown. Let's see and then all of clutch 2. Well, not all clutch 2. 2 of the females, the black pastel red stripe clown and the regular clown. I've got those sent off for tests on the het DG and the het hypo. So see how that goes. And the Exantic clown clutch, guys, is in the incubator. Or not in the incubator, it's in the rack shedding out. So,
are you planning on hitting visuals?
On the Exantic clown clutch?
Yeah.
Dude, I'll tell you back. Well, you saw them, didn't you? I thought I showed them all to you. The Exantic clutch.
Was it all? I didn't know what you paired.
Yeah,
It
was a leopard leopard vanilla Exantic het clown to my pastel double head.
Okay.
So yeah, supposed to make it that way. I had no excuse to not hit the double visual. We'll let it at that. Needless to say, Mother Nature sometimes just has other plans for you, but didn't hit some badass animals. So
I was gonna say, because you have that visual, Mel, right? The pastel double visual.
But he wasn't locking in time to get her.
Gotcha.
Now the next clutch of Exantic clown stuff, he should have gotten because he had multiple locks with that girl.
Okay.
So we'll see. We'll have to see how that proves out too. Julia, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. Jason, another channel member, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. So let's talk about the topic I wanted to cover tonight. And it popped up with talking with Marcel. And
his family's awesome. That little girl is a cutie.
Dude, after everybody left, I think we sat out back and probably were shooting the shit for like a good hour. Just talk about anything and everything under the sun.
How late was that?
It was I don't think I came. I think that what time was it? You probably didn't. Was it like 7? 8?
Well, I was gonna say I think I left around like 7:30.
Did you leave around? Was it 7?
I don't know because I didn't get home till about 8:30.
I'm trying to think of what time it was when I did come in now. Is this like almost like an hour after everybody left?
Oh, well, when I left, Nate was still there. John and Christine were there. Marcel was still there. Chris from BNS was there.
I say, Marcel and his family were the last ones to leave.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. But like I said, we sat out back. We were probably shooting the shit for a good hour. Just anything and everything. But while everybody was there, we kind of got into a topic about, and I would title it being behind the 8 ball. Playing that catch-up game, feeling like you're always behind everybody else. And that, I don't know, but like getting that feeling of the race to the finish line almost. You know what I mean? Like playing that catch-up game, no matter what, you're always behind. And so while we were all talking, I said, you know what, this is actually a pretty good topic to cover and just kind of shoot the shit about for a live. You know, because depending when you're getting in, who you're surrounded by as far as your mentors and everything, you know, how long they've been in the game, you're always going to be playing catch up, essentially. You know what I mean? And that's something where like we can't look at it as playing catch up though. But, you know,
trying to tell you guys, I'm not in competition with anyone. I don't want to be.
Between us friends, okay, let's just admit it. There is races at the finish line between friends.
No, you guys can hit everything. I don't care. I'll be happy. I'll be your cheerleader.
But like, it was more like Marcel had some good, like, it was some good points and thoughts on stuff as far as like, you know, how do you go about trying to not have that feeling like you're always behind in this and that, and like,
hit the lottery.
I say money can fix all that shit. Yeah, you're right. Money.
Buy all Canova snakes.
Yeah. But that's the thing though. Like, you can't compare yourself to people that have been doing it for years and years and years before you. Like, even the person that's started 2 years before you, they're gonna be ahead of you in theory, just because they've got the 2-year head start. No, yeah, depending, you know, how you're buying in and this and that, it does change things up a little bit. But in all technicalities, the longer they've been in the game, they're going to be ahead on stuff, and that's okay. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, Christmas text. He's like,
hello.
He's like, I just got home, blah, blah, blah. I had that show today, and I'm skinning a squirrel.
Yeah.
Like,
country boy. Skinning a squirrel this time of year.
Nate's driving home. John didn't get back to me.
Nate's driving home from where?
He's probably had his daughter probably had a dance. I think his daughter had a dance thing. Competition.
Jeremy Ball Stars, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. Joe, what's going on? Everyone tries to race everyone, even race each other to the lowest price. That's the worst. That is true too. And here's the thing though, like, for me, you can alleviate the whole race thing and feeling like you're behind by going your own direction instead of trying to follow somebody. If you're going your own direction, you know, you're doing you. You know, you're not playing catch up then, because you're just doing and making the pairings and working the project on how you want to work it.
Yep. I agree.
And I think that keeps everybody else, you know, everybody a little bit more sound in the head, maybe.
Well, I think too, as long as you're doing, you know, doing what you like, you know, doing projects you like. So if you want to buy this and make a $5,000 animal, you know, it sucks by the time you get there, and maybe it's only going to be worth $2,000 or whatever. But I mean, you know, if you took quality, that's kind of what I do. So like if I'm looking for a GHI, I'm looking for the craziest, best looking GHI ever. If I'm looking for something Orange Dream or whatever, I'm looking for the best looking Orange Dream or Lace or whatever the hell I can find.
Yeah.
And I would rather raise them up and work them than just buy one, because, you know, there's a lot of, like, you know, some of them big breeders, they're not breeding quality. They just mass produce genetics.
Yes. So not all genes are created equal too. And that you make a good point on that one too. You know, yeah, you may be behind as far as what you're making this year and what is your top tier animal. might be somebody else's byproduct.
Yeah.
But if what you're making is making the best of the best, then it's better than that person's byproduct, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because it's not just, the low end of it, because you've hand selected it, you've bred it for perfection, basically.
Every snake I purchase and spend money on, it's if I don't make one that's better, then I'll just buy it. Like
Yep.
I've ran I bred a clown head hypo to a pastel double head, and I got hypo clowns, but they weren't as good as the male I bought. I bought a male, and he's insane. He's insane. I've only been making crazy hypo clown stuff because of him.
Okay.
Yeah. Just like that hurricane trick shit I got. That stuff, it's crazy. I mean, I've never seen. I mean, that one girl's insane. I've never seen anything. She's like just crazy looking.
Yeah, that's nice.
I don't even know what's going on with her head. I always look for eyeball stuff, and I just make sure like it looks the part. You know, I don't want to. I'm not getting. I shouldn't have. You shouldn't have to shed test everything. You should be able to see it.
Yeah.
I want to be able to see the genetics. And
Yep.
like I said, I got a small collection, so I only want to keep good stuff.
And like I said, I mean, by doing that, by being picky, hand selecting, wanting
I'm so
work
picky.
with the best of the best, that stands out. That quality stands out beyond other people just trying to, like you said, mass produce. Oh yeah, it's got this, this, and this, but it's kind of the shitty example. So
Dude, back in the day with banana, there was Will Banks and all these. They were just mass producing banana stuff, and it was just ugly. It was dull. It was milky.
Yep.
It was and John had that crazy looking coral globe, blade clown. That thing was insane looking, and I've made such nice banana coral globe stuff with it.
Okay.
And you can see you'll see look at you go on Warf Market, look at bananas. You can see difference of quality, and hopefully the hobby gets back to quality because some people just breeding ugly shit. Ugly stuff makes ugly stuff.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing, though, too. Like, people that got in to try to make the money, get for the money end of it, they didn't care what they were making. They were just trying to get stuff because they thought that they could flip it quick and make a quick buck. And it kind of bit them on the ass. Now you got a whole bunch of stuff that just it's mediocre stuff being produced sometimes. It's like they wonder why they've got a hard time moving it. Well, that's why.
See, I don't know. I kind of focus on just being a hobby collector. Like, these are all pets here. These are all pets. Breed them is, just a benefit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I do it because I like it and I enjoy it. It's the money's cool, but you also got to think with in a market that's when it goes up and down. Sometimes the money's not there, and you're holding on to these animals.
And it's kind of like right now. I mean, let's face it. I mean, prices for ball pythons are not what they were.
No,
and you're not turning a profit like you were 1, 2, 3 years ago. Even some of these prices have come down a hell, and it takes, you got to figure the bedding, the food, the electricity. It all adds up, folks.
Yeah.
So,
what do you think is going to turn the market?
What's that?
What do you think would turn the market?
What do I think would turn it?
Yeah. Spike it back up there.
Get rid of the auctions?
Yeah.
I'm not saying 100%. Like, here's the thing: the auctions,
I haven't had luck on the
red line. I think the auctions have their place, but I also think people throwing up some of these killer animals and putting them at zero and just kind of the chips lie however they may. that's what, people will sit there, they'll watch, they'll see, hey, I'm just going to say Pompeii went for $1,000. And then that becomes like people expect that that's what it's going to be, even though that shouldn't be what it technically, should be in theory, just because of, how hard it is to make one of those, unless you've got the parents lined up right to where it's an easier make. But still, I mean, the auctions, I think, have become something where people are just dumping everything and anything on them. They don't care what it is anymore. I mean, you'll find monsoon shit, you'll find sunset shit, you'll find double visual stuff on there, and it's like, why? Why is that up there?
Yeah,
and you saw it with your clown pie. Like, I mean, yeah, I get it. A clown pie isn't extremely hard to hit in a sense,
or rare,
but still, I mean, I think it does demand a certain price point on it. And I think these auctions do kill those price points. Yeah, I think the auctions, like if we could limit the auction some, it would help the market. It would help maybe stabilize the pricing a little bit. Because right now, I mean, you've got just people waiting for these breeders just to drop the bottom out on them because they know it's going to happen because it's been happening.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of, we've become our worst enemy on that point.
I think breeders need to be more responsible. I think there's got to be new blood in the hobby, pushing to get, start pushing TikToks and encouraging people to get into the hobby.
Yeah.
And the world economy, people are, we don't really, you might have a war with Iran right now. People are scared and panicking, and
is Iran afraid of snakes or anything? Maybe we start loading bombs up with normals or something.
I'll tell you what, like you said, man, with China, yeah, man, if they because they're breeding like crazy over there.
Yeah,
I mean, we already get their freaking frozen rats. I mean, if they start importing snakes here, we're screwed.
Well, no, I think if we could import snakes to China,
that'd be great.
I think that's what Keith is talking about. The thing is, even if Morph Market and Palm Street didn't do auctions, others would. Yeah, I mean, you're right on that one, Keith. I mean, and we're at the point with the auctions where there's no turning back, sadly. But I do think that the auctions have become the root of the evil, so to speak, with the pricing.
I think a lot of it's responsible breeding. I mean, it sucks when you got a big breeder, I'm not mentioning names, but they're like, Monday just pulled 55 clutches. Thursday just pulled 50 more. Like, holy shit.
That shit isn't helping.
What are you doing? And the market's not calling for that. Know your market.
Yeah. Yeah, like, yeah. I get that. That's that's his living. That's what he does to support it. Like, I feel as though if you're in and you're doing this, you should know what you're at least making. I bet you he couldn't tell you 3/4 of what is actually being made. He's just, oh yeah, you just pump them out, whatever,
Yeah.
Well, just kind of not striving for that quality, just kind of just making snakes to make snakes.
I'm sure a lot of it's pet buyer stuff, and it's all wholesaled out to pet shops. So he probably has buyers for it. But he also, they'll do shows and 50-60% off. It's like, what was the point even?
What was the point of doing the damn show?
You got to do 60-75% off sales to sell shit. Then why the hell do you even breed it?
Yeah.
Just to give it away? It's pointless.
Well, and that's the thing too. Like, it's like, I guess that's the best way to put it. What was the point?
Yeah.
And what was the point of doing it?
Like every pairing I did, I want something from
it. Charlie, I'm upset Chris hasn't looked at his phone yet.
Oh, you bitch. So what did he send me? He's so bad.
What did he send?
Send me a wiener. Send me a dick pic.
Oh man, I'm gonna hold on here. Hold on, Charlie. Look at your. I'm gonna send you a message, Charlie, and you just do whatever you want with this, brother. You can thank me later.
With the donut pic.
I would never send Charlie something like that. It says the volume is insane, but he's not sitting on those animals. They all get moved immediately to fill his contract demands. But pumping snakes out like that does not help the market at all, though, is the thing.
I get what he's saying. That's what I said. I get that, but I mean, you also see morph market flooded. So
yeah,
if he's just filling his contract demands, and why is morph market flooded with his shit?
Well, that's the other thing.
Why are you still doing shows and big old signs 60% off if you got contracts?
Well, yeah. When you're throwing up 50-60% off sales at a decent rate, that's telling me you are having a hard time moving stuff if you got basically half off everything.
Yeah. I'm glad you guys enjoy it. I'm glad you guys enjoy it.
I tried to get him not knowing I was taking the picture, Charlie. But then, like, when he knew, then he was, like, starting to pose and everything. And the more he posed, the worse.
I smushed it in my face, had it in my beard.
It was bad. What's everybody else's thoughts here in the chat? We'll keep going for a little bit here. What's everybody else's thoughts on what Chris was saying about, how do we?
I mean, your pairings, right? All your pairings, you want something from them, correct? Yeah. So as long as I think us smaller breeders do that stuff,
Yeah, I mean, let me think. I don't even know. I didn't do anything that was just like for sale animals. Like normally, like my banana clutches will be something where it's just like everything's just for sale.
Yeah.
But like even with the banana clutches, like the one was to get banana stuff for like banana het pies, stuff to make banana pies in the future. And then the other one was for like double het ghost clowns that with banana and GHI and Mojave and stuff mixed in there. So like everything's got like a purpose for me to at least want one animal at least out of it. Now whether or not I hit that animal, that's a different story.
Yeah. Playing them odds.
Yeah. Raphael, what's up? Thanks for tuning in.
What's up, Raphael?
Yeah. Keith says this is the reason why it's so important to get new people into the hobby. If we had a 1% increase in buyers,
yep,
yeah, no, that is true.
Agreed.
That is very true.
Yeah, start making your TikToks.
James says I think it's perspective. Morph market is what maybe 5% of the market specialty breeders fight for. The other 95% are banana pies. I mean, there is a huge pet market to be filled. I will not deny that. But I think there's got to I think there's I hear it, maybe this is the way to put it. Maybe there's so many people making the same shit.
Yeah.
And that's what the holdup is. There's too much of the same crap sitting.
There's people doing dumb pairings too.
Well, yeah, then there's that, dude. There's been a few where I literally sat there and scratched my head, going, "What in the hell was the point of that pairing?" Like,
Yeah, there's people doing
what?
like 66 head to a 50% head, like
Dude,
do 100 something 100% double head to something 50% monsoon. Like it's not even like this is like double head hypopod, and then you're bringing it to something below 50% het monsoon. It's like the odds on that shit. Oof. I mean, I know they're shed testing. Charlie will get work from that, but
yeah. And that's that. It's actually funny that you brought here. If I have a pied head clown breeder female, I'm not pairing because I don't have a male. That's perfect fit right now. Exactly. That's the thought that we all need. Like that thought process. Is it really worth it?
yeah,
Or
don't breed just
are
to
you going to be
breed.
pairing something just to be pairing something?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. That first clutch of the year for the bangs, that clutch in itself pisses me off. Not be just for the fact of either I hit bangs or I could hit normals. But I needed to make sure that I got that bang into my Xantic this year. Like there was no ifs, ands, or buts because last year I missed just because the female didn't go. So this year I needed that. And I didn't care what it would take. I needed to get bang het Xantics on the ground.
Yeah. Well, you got a sausage party.
And so I got a sausage party, but I at least got banged.
Dude, how great would it have been if you hit like a 1.3?
Oh, dude. In the back of my head, I was hoping and praying for it, but I was saying it off the rip that I was going to get all freaking male bangs, and it fucking happened.
You put that out there in the universe.
Dude, but see, I knew it was going to happen. That's the thing. I knew it was going to happen.
To mentally prepare.
Yeah, exactly. Because I think it's same thing basically happened with John on, I think, his first bang clutch. I think he had a sausage fest. I think the same thing happened with Nate on one of his first bang clutches. It was a sausage fest. And then after that, the universe evened out. But it seemed like that's the introductory. Welcome to bang. Here's a crap ton of dicks.
Like, welcome to bang. Here's all these dudes over here.
But like that clutch kind of half haunts me because I only got those 4 bags. It was a 10 egg clutch. I've got 6 freaking normals sitting there now.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I got my goal animals, but at what cost? Like the pairing in itself, in all technicalities, kind of sucked. But I needed those animals. Would have been better if those animals were females.
So now the normals, were they a mix, or were they all female or anything like that?
They were a mix.
Okay.
Yeah, they were a mix.
So they're all 100% Xantic, 66 or
they're all 100% het Xantic, 50% het clown.
Okay.
So
Cobra food.
Yeah, but essentially, yeah. I mean, and it's not like that's the thing. Like, it's not. There's no sense in testing them.
Nah.
No need for.
Not when you're gonna sell them for like $20.
Yeah, exactly. Like literally, that is, hey, someone wants to get into Xantic clowns. There you go. Perfect.
Or snake pet.
Perfect. Way to get in super freaking cheap. Get one of those. Send the shed off to Charlie. Get it tested for the het clown, and buy a badass killer male to throw to it. Then you're set. No, let's see. Julia, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. She says she's hoping Molly's going to lay eggs. Congrats. Carly says, hey, let them breed at that. And then here's the thing too with shed testing. It's super great, but it's also sped the whole industry up. Like now there is there's really people don't want to risk on 50% hets or 66% hets. They want the 100%. So those pos hets a lot of times do sit. So it's like a double-edged sword, plus it moves everything at such a fast rate. And it goes back to that being behind the 8 ball where you could be doing the best pairings, but if the odds aren't in your favor, you're screwed. You're missing out on a year, possibly.
Yeah.
Just because the odds said, fuck you.
Yep.
Let's see here. He says, in my opinion, that 95% doesn't know Morph market exists. They go to Petco and pay $400 for stuff that would be. Now, all right, this.
Got to start going to Petco and hang up reptile flyers.
When I go to my local pet shop, and I like, a lot of times we'll make it a family trip because they've got reptiles, they've got, they've got ferrets and rabbits and kittens and fish and stingrays. Like, it's that fish place, that pet place there in Centerville. So we make it kind of like a family thing. We treat it as like taking the kids to the zoo kind of. Hudson loves it. Hadley loves it. They get to see animals. They're happy. I always look at the prices on the ball pythons that they've got there. And I think Carrie gets pissed off at me because I tell her, it's like, what in the hell? Who in the hell would buy this freaking snake for this price? And I'm talking like, well, there was a pastel the one time, it was like $200. I'm like, who in the hell is buying a pastel for $200 freaking dollars? Like, I've seen normals for $100 in the pet. It's like how in the hell are people buying that shit? And here we are selling them for $20.
It's crazy.
So, Jason, I think there is a huge side that doesn't know about Morph Market. And here's the thing that too, like what you see with putting flyers up or whatever at pet shops, they'll take that shit down super quick. They see that shit. I do, however, though, every time I go in, I make sure I got my hat and I got my shirt on. Every time, buddy. Every freaking time. And it's actually kind of funny because some of them, some of the cash register people, like they'll actually stop and ask, like, do you breed snakes? And like, yeah. And then like, oh, you have and of course they always ask for a card when I don't have a card. So, but it's always funny to get their reactions, while they're working for a company that's massively overcharging for shit.
You should like stand up to the side and wait for someone to go up to like the reptile enclosure and be like, "Hi, my name's Jeremy. Can I help you? I have a wide selection of ball pythons and carpets on the way.
Here, come outside to my truck. Let me open up my tailgate.
I got a van out there with free snakes.
Does anything in my trench coat interest you?
Here's a wonderful trouser snake.
Oh God! Watch that one's slightly venomous.
He spits.
Oh God! This is what happens when
see.
If John was here, he would try to keep us under control here. Let's see. Joyce says, I have to tell you, my grandson flipped when he saw Trinket. Raphael, Jeremy, sell the normals as head fat. I have had people ask me if those normals were het for bang, and I will say it stopped me. I'm like, huh? Het for? I'm like, no, that's not how bang works. It's like, I wish it worked like that. Jeremy says shed testing should reduce unwanted byproduct overall.
Yes and no.
Yeah, I see. I
think a lot of people are only really shed testing their higher end animals, like their visuals. Now, whoever buys a snake, blah blah blah, pos het, that's they'll probably most likely test it. Something that a breeder probably wouldn't.
Yeah. And that's the thing too, like all of my animals that I'm planning on holding back is what gets shed tested. Or if it seems like it's a good reason to shed test it. Like if it's going to, like for instance, the clown that I just made that's possible double het DG hypo. Yeah, okay, that's worth shed testing in my opinion. Because if it does have those two hats That's going to increase the value of a little bit more than it just being a clown or a clown het. You know, having those two double hets, you know, does make a difference in the price a little bit.
Well, it's like if you got a normal pos het clown, you're going to sell for $20.
Yep.
I mean, if you shed test it for $40, I mean, you're not going to, if it proves het clown, you're not going to sell that for $60.
No.
You'll be lucky to get $20.
Yep.
That doesn't add value.
Nope, you're exactly right. Even like, I hit a really badass, it's a black pewter. And I mean, it's 100% het clown. I know this is kind of a teaser for everybody for whenever I release that video. I just got to wait for Charlie to get me my results back whenever the sheds arrive there to him. And then I can finish the filming of it. But it's a black pewter het clown. If it's double het, DG, and hypo, that's a nice animal for somebody. Because I think I forget if it's a male or a female. But anyway, that would be a nice animal if it would be a black pewter triple het. But I don't need a black pewter triple het. So that's why it's not like I'm not going to waste the money to test it for that.
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't make sense. Just like
there's
example.
Guys out there with like a $3,000 snake on Morph Market, and it's 66 het clown or 66 het hypo. It's like, get it tested. It's you got a $3,000 snake, Yep. It could be worth more if you're gonna get it, Why I think they look dumb when they're posting $3,000 snakes pos hets, especially when the test is readily available. Pay Charlie that $40 and get it done.
Yeah,
and you can find out if it is or not.
That valuable, there's no reason to not. That's something that should be tested.
You had that one breeder. You had that blackhead bang 66 het clown. He had it up for like I think $10,000 or $8,000. Like, pay $40.
That shit would be tested.
Dude, pay the $40 and get it tested.
Yep. But is that guy even still in it?
Yeah, he's not on Morph Market no more.
Oh, he's not on Warf Market anymore?
No, he just uses his Instagram.
Oh, okay. See, I was going to say, I haven't seen anything about him or heard anything about him lately, so I wasn't sure.
No, he still posts on Instagram.
Keith says a lot of people are taking more risk breeding het-to-het and testing, so they might make more byproducts. And that's the thing, too. They are getting a lot riskier. And there's... I can see doing it on some stuff. Other stuff, it
depends on what it is. Het.
Yeah,
we're talking like monsoon and stuff like that. Taking that risk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like monsoon and sunset and stuff like that.
He says, how much for a double het DG VPI 66% het clown? $20, Keith. $20.
They got wieners.
Say if it's normal, double het, $20.
See, even that, I would get that tested.
I mean, you could get it tested.
Well, definitely, if it's female, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, if it was a female, you could I could justify getting it tested for the het clown. But that being said, but then maybe Keith or whoever would have been doing the pairing. They say, but I would have at least been trying to do something where in the pairing, the clown would have been from a visual clown, so that way you would have alleviated having to bother even testing it. Yeah. But if that's not an option when the people did it, that's neither here nor there.
Well, I mean, Charlie tested my leopards. They were it was a leopard, 100% clown, 66 hypo, 50% pied. So I had them test for hypo and pied, and they both came back leopard triple hets, both of them. So we're good.
Keith said, "I'll send them to you." No, Keith, no. You can keep those, sir.
You got room. I seen some empty spots in that mini.
There's a lot of empty spots in there, but it's gonna fill up quick, my friend. It's gonna fill up quick. especially with the next bang clutch is the next clutch to hatch. So that's beginning of July, actually. So, like, what is the date on that one? That hatches the 7th, July 7th.
Okay.
So I'm hoping if my incubator holds true to how it normally works, it hatches over 4th of July weekend. So that way I can bombard all you suckers with either my excitement or my disappointment, or I can ask everybody, especially mainly Nate, especially if Nate's watching this. I will definitely be sending Nate pictures of everything in the egg too, just to piss him off a little bit more, and ask him what the fuck did I hit.
Yeah, I got a clutch hatch on 4th of July. I can't wait.
Okay.
I think it's a bang clutch actually too.
Dude, that's funny if it
Yeah,
is.
it is. I think it's a bang the bang head clown to the hypo head clown.
Okay.
So
Bang head clown to a hypo head clown.
So yeah, it's gonna be head to head.
I see bang clown head hypos possibly. That would be nice.
That would be sweet.
I see this one that's gonna be hatching next was bang head clown to GHI Mojave head clown. So imagine like GHI clown bangs. I'm hoping I at least hit a visual bang clown out of this clutch.
So like that clutch, any hypo, they're getting tested.
Yep.
And then any bangs getting tested.
Oh, dude.
If I hit a bang clown or a clown, I already know it's hypo because mom's a hypo.
Yeah.
So I don't.
I said that's the thing. Anything like in here,
anything clown, I don't have to test. Anything hypo or bang, I have to.
Yeah, I say anything bang, man. If there's a doubt, you got like bang, you got to test it. I mean, like there's too much price value at that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, if I hit a regular normal hypo, I mean, hypo head clown doesn't really add too much.
Well, so. No, but I mean, if it's bang.
Oh,
like anything bang, I'm saying.
Yeah, bang.
Tested automatically just because, that stuff's a little too on the valuable side.
Yeah, definitely.
Jason said, I would be pissed if I paid bang money and it had undisclosed heads.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but let's face it. I mean, I'm sure there's probably some people out there that, have.
But I'm just saying, if it was 66 head clown, he had it tested, it was negative. It's not really undisclosed.
Well, yeah.
Got it tested. Just say, yeah, I had a test for a clown. It was negative.
Yeah. But that's kind of what we're saying there, JC. If you're spending like, even if you're spending $1,000 for a snake, there's no reason to not have it tested. Like if you're getting $1,000 for it,
it's $40.
What's $40?
Yeah.
Yeah.
$40.
Keith says, I will test the females, not the males. Yeah, I mean females for the triple heads, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, if it's a power male, if it's a power male, it's 1 year to breed,
Well, yeah, I'd say if it's a
males get tested
or a male, that might be a different story. But the other thing is, though, too, he's got 2 years to maybe make a better male instead of what comes out of that clutch. So then there's that. Because, like, I'm kind of like in that same boat because I've got those 2 pastel double head Exantic DGs sitting in the rack, and they're ready. I mean, they're starting to come online now, and I've got that Exantic Clown Boy. I can throw him to those, and it would be a better pairing than throwing the male that I held back from that initial clutch with them, because he's just a pastel double head.
Yeah.
Exantic. So throwing the visual Exantic male to the 2 pastel double head females is a better pairing in my thought, because I can hit visual Exantics. There'll be het clown for sure. Test for the DG. That's a better pairing than trying to nail a head to head and hope that you nail the odds. Because I know my luck with the freaking odds. It doesn't work out in my favor normally.
Yeah. I don't know.
He says you're banging his head trash.
I don't know. I never had it tested, and that was never said. He does have that kind of look to him, but it was never brought up. I never tested it. I don't even have to have it. I don't know. Yeah, see, I don't do. I wouldn't do undisclosed. What I would do is like I would list it what it is, tell you my pairing, and then I would let you know, if the shed test came back positive or negative. So I wouldn't do undisclosed. I'm just saying people that list a 66 head, like get it tested.
Yeah.
And just say, it was negative or it was positive, and then label it, 100% head clown, or take the head clown off and just list that it shed tested negative in the, the post.
Yeah.
I'm not saying going on this, definitely disclose it.
Yeah, if you're spending if you're spending bang money, yeah, like there should be nothing undisclosed at all.
Yeah.
No reason to not have the pos heads tested either at that point.
All my animals, even, all of my animals I sell, if they got tested, I let everyone know, negative, positive.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's the other thing too. Nice with the Husbandry Pro is that, like, they can scan the QR code. They've got the pairing right there.
Yeah.
So, and plus, I always list all pos hats on the cards. So, like, there's no, even if it's something where that makes sense for me to, test it. They at least know, hey, it's pos hat this or pos hat that.
I've been seeing a lot of
nothing undisclosed.
I've been seeing a lot of pos lace stuff. I guess a lot of people are,
that
worried about. That's a
that whole lace thing. Like,
that was a game changer. That was a whole.
Oh, it was, dude. Like, there's been a lot of heartbroken people here lately,
me included.
Oh, you're one of the heartbroken people too?
I sent Charlie a bunch of lace stuff that I knew was lace, that I was wholeheartedly, it wasn't anything else. And I bought a lace clown from someone, and it was probably the best looking example I saw on Warf Market, because I was looking for a while. And when I saw this guy pop up, I had to have it. And he came back negative. So I don't know what the fuck he is. And I'm a little disappointed because the pairing, I had him go to a red striped Batman girl. So okay. I like the lace spot nose stuff. So that's why I did that pairing. And he was he was up to size and he was locking. So I'm like, let's do it. So I was going to pair the Bang to her. It was going to be Bang red striped Batmans, and I was going to pair him to her, but I wanted to do the lace one first, and then maybe that next year or something. And negatives.
That's just interesting. Like,
and he looks the part. He's pretty. He's bright. He looks the part, but I don't know what he is.
See, that's the one thing, like, with because it's the one that I sent the test off for is the pewter leopard lace that I've got from John. And I've made pewter leopards several times. This girl is definitely a shit ton brighter than any pewter leopard I've ever made. So I think it's there. I believe John when he said it's there. I just sent the test off, just say, hey, you know what? Let's just
be sure.
Be sure. Because she's like on that teetering size of let's rock and roll and breed. Oh, look. You say his name and you start saying lace, and look at that sexy hat. Look at that sexy hat.
What's up?
I still didn't get a hat.
We were just talking about you and your Temu lace.
My Temu lace.
Yeah. Whoa.
Nah, not your Temu.
I wouldn't say that.
Holy shit.
Didn't say that. I think I got one of the best looking lace out there from John.
I make the best knockoff snakes ever, which means they are better than the original.
Nah, we were just talking about lace and stuff. Actually, we've been talking about all sorts of freaking topics here tonight.
Oh shit! Oh, yeah.
I just think it's going to be tough. Yeah, it's tough to move, not tested.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do think moving forward, Lace is gonna have to be tested just because.
I've just been seeing a lot of it. Pass this, pass.
All right. Like,
Well,
did Christine let you all
There he
out of like the freaking closet or something? You jump on now, all of a sudden.
I think he probably
pops
just got
up.
off the phone with him. Him and Nate were talking. He probably just got off the phone
They
with Nate.
probably were.
yeah, we were having an F Jeremy campaign.
Hey, you left me out. I couldn't be on that group call.
Labor right now. They keep blaming me. It's not me.
Look, see, there she is yelling again. Poor Ron's probably still out there clipping grass with scissors, and Grandma's out there probably all sun dried and jerky looking.
Bro, I lost another life tonight laughing. That man, oh my God, was
Ron
out there? He kind of like, I don't know how old she is, but he got her out there freaking weeding and all kinds of shit. They're talking about burying her in the yard, freaking collecting her life insurance. I was laughing so fucking hard. Absolutely dying. I was like, y'all too much.
Oh man, I can't
got her
believe
little rock
you guys
party.
even want to be outside today after yesterday being in the heat. What's
Yeah.
up, Jamie?
Christine's spoiled, man. She got her whole house done like in a matter of freaking a month.
Yeah, this week's going to be rough. It rained a little bit. Did it rain up by you?
Yeah.
It rained here. Yeah.
We got a little bit of rain.
So I painted the bathroom. We're in the middle of painting the living room. Painted the kitchen. Painted the hallway. Painted the foyer. Painted the back door, front door. I'm like,
damn, fresh and fresh.
When you're done, come over to my house.
Yeah, same.
Since your muscles are all gonna be warmed up and everything, just do my house quick.
Shit, got paint on me. Look.
Is that painter's tape?
Where?
What the hell's that black? What the hell's that?
Fucking piece of something.
I mean, like you say, it's not part of his freaking tattoo. It can't be. That looks new.
That's too funny. Part of something from freaking somewhere. I got cuts all over me. I was like, this is crazy.
Sheesh. All for the party next weekend, huh?
It's just an excuse. It's just the excuse.
It's just the excuse.
Well, yo, man, today was kind of cool. Freaking, I had I hit the mahogany Pompeii.
Nice. I was gonna say, you did post the pictures of it.
Mm-hmm. And it might be chocolate. The thing's weird looking. And I was like,
really?
Like, what else is online with like the jeans and stuff? It blows any of it away. It's like,
whoa. No cinnamon?
No.
No.
I just did mahogany on this one.
Okay.
You want to show? You have the picture on your phone. You can show off.
I'll show off.
You are you? Okay.
We're getting the real deal.
Interrupt the baby or not?
Real deal. He was telling me about it.
So he sent pictures in the group chat. It is cool looking.
Oh wow!
Look at the crazy ass head on that sucker.
Yeah, look how red it is. It's
like
burgundy.
Fucking blushings, man. Look at that head.
Freaking burgundy. That's why I said I don't know if chocolate's in this or not. It's like so. We thought we hit the mahogany Pompeii last year, and I'll show you that one too. It's right here.
Say, Charlie, here you go. Here's some shed tests coming your way. See, send that shit to Charlie, dude. Get it tested for chocolate.
I'm definitely gonna test this one with chocolate. We thought we hit it last year, and I wasn't sure because I'm like, did it hit chocolate? Did it hit whatever? This one's actually a different tone of like reds. It's weird. It's deeper.
Yeah.
The head's a lot different looking. I know that's some polymorphism too, but
right. The head on this one's crazy. This one's possible head ghost too, but. I'm like, I made the Pompeii and I made the mahogany Pompeii. I don't know which one I like better, man. Like, I love the color on that. Like, that's like mustard and burnt orange.
Yeah.
So imagine getting some like lace or some,
Oh wow, yeah.
Get into this thing, ghost, bang,
nice.
Orange dream, whatever. Like, there's so many roads to still go with this stuff. I made this is also pretty cool. Just shed out. Made the 8-ball super black pastel. Not sure if it's an 8-ball super black, but I made the 8-ball super black blackhead, possible mahogany.
Oh wow.
Yeah, how nice and crispy black
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is.
Dark.
So it's, and this is like what a regular, like almost 8-ball looks like. So
Yeah.
there's a comparison.
Like a brownie red. Dude, that thing is dark.
That's super black pastel blackhead, you said.
What's that, the
Yeah.
Eclipse or something they call it?
Right, and it could be mahogany too, like because mahogany is in a pairing, so I don't know if it's super black or whatever, super black mahogany or blackhead. So I'm not sure. I'm thinking blackhead because of how dark it is. Then I hit this
What's up, Vinny?
one, which is like an actual black matter, like it's got champagne in it.
That thing's so wicked. That thing is so wicked.
That just looks urban camo like.
I know.
Like
He's been making them for years, odd like that.
It has what I believe was the original like sandblast kind of jeans. We've been making shit like with the sandblast look that are beyond even the ones that are called sandblast online. Like all the different color tones.
Yeah, with more pattern.
Yeah, see all that shit? It's like all dark and crazy.
Yep. That thing's so cool.
So we made one like this.
You just hit that one this year?
Yeah, I just made it.
Boy or girl?
I don't even know.
Popping live, people.
Girl, and it's a possible head clown and ghost.
Man, that'll sell.
Yeah, that'll go quick.
That'll go quick.
Something like I might keep this one, like depending on testing it, because
what
I'm trying to do now is just get to the ultimate black and white snake. We're doing it with supers, with the 8-balls and the blackheads and the mahoganies, and I'm gonna add like.
Now, did you say that was head hypo or no?
It's 66% head hypo and head clown.
Wow.
Jason wants to know if it's Barnhart or normal black pastel.
It's my black pastel.
Yeah, there you go.
No bullshit. Like
Triforce black pastel.
Now I was sold Barnhart years ago, and I never got to test it, so I don't know if it's actual Barnhart or not. I have E&G's line, and I have a black pastel line. It's like crazy that gets orange. Like when you make super, like not super stuff.
Yellow belly
stuff. When Yellow Belly hits, Orange Dream hits, it does this whole like Rambler almost look with that kind of stuff. So I don't know if it's Barnhart or not. So I took Barnhart off my line about like 2 years ago because, like I said, I bought it as that, but I don't until I test my own stuff. I don't want to sit there and advertise it as something. That it might not be.
That's responsible.
Well, yeah, when the test came out, I was like, and it started testing different, even though it looked, the black pastel I sell a lot with like, and I have different lines of black pastel, and they're all different looking. Like they're really like crazy different. So I'm like, shit, man, which one's like the barn? Like, which one is it? Like, because I did 8-balls and I did this and I did that. So who knows where like it landed now?
Well, that black pastel girl I made from the 8-ball I got from you, man, she's awesome. Yep. She's orange too.
When I first got it, and like I said, there's some lines I have that straight up jam kinking, and there's other lines that are like just beautiful and don't kink, and it's a luck of the odds, right? Like, because they're 8-balls. Like I took this black pastel and this black pastel, and if they line up, and we've been doing matter stuff for 6 years or whatever now.
Oh, yep.
That's 7, maybe probably more than that, 8 years.
Here, John, the bang from yesterday that was in shed. Of course, when I came down here to double check and make sure everything was shut, he had shed.
He's shy. He's shy.
Dude, just look at that, man.
Oh, they're nice, man. They're freaking the bang's so cool, like clean wise in single gene form. It's just what it does in all the combos. I mean, it's just absolutely mind bending.
Well, just
and that thing's dark compared to most bangs because the Hep VPI, I believe. I do believe the Hep VPI like mute stuff. And make it dark.
Hat influence. Look at them whites coming up.
Yeah. And he's just.
It almost got a Cypress look to it, right? With that whole white coming up around the bottoms of them, and got that Cypress look.
Oh. Yeah, he shut out like I said. It came down and I checked on him just to, make sure, like I said, everything was shut. And I peeked in. I'm just like, son of a bitch, you shut out after everybody's gone, and now no one's here to see you. Because this is that one that Nate really loved, that he thought, it had such a badass pattern to it right off the rip.
That means that's Nate's snake, right?
Yeah. It was funny though. Once he was looking at them all, And he looked at the mail again. He goes, he's like, I don't know why I didn't think of it. He's like, they all look crazy because Dad looks identical. Like Dad's got some crazy ass pattern to him too.
The bang does take over like the head influences big time, like especially the clowns and stuff. It does a lot of banding, which is weird. You know, clowns like blackback almost. So it's weird that a het would band just to turn back blackback or whatever.
The really intense stuff is when another gene's attached to it, like bang lace and bang fire and cypress and just yellow belly, just the way they attach to each other. Just that influence is crazy.
There's just certain genes that really play really nice together. And we're finding like the bang really plays nice with lace. It does play nice with fire, vanilla. Black pastel looks pretty cool in. Everything it touched so far, I think it looks badass in. There's even some pastels that came out that are really freaking sick. Like after Derby Dungeons, that dude, I forget his damn name all the time. But that dude over there, he's got some sick ass.
I think it's Jim. His name's Jim.
Jim, yeah. I was gonna say it was on the tip of my tongue, but yeah, Jim.
Yeah, sorry for forgetting your name. When I'm talking, like just not whatever, I'll remember it. But
so I want to get him on. I know Nate said he'd probably come on, no problems.
Shit,
I do want to get him
that
on.
adder and all that. That's some cool
that adder is pretty cool.
Dude, that freaking really cool adder that he produced that Nate was showing at the barbecue yesterday. Holy shit!
Yeah, that's cool.
Sheesh, that was nuts.
Yeah, dude. There's so much legs left in this, man. Every year, like get towards the end of the season, and of course, baby season stops, and it's like you go into the off season, you're like, whatever. You're not making really anything at that point. You're like, what the hell can we do? You think you've seen it all, and all of a sudden the next year comes, and you're like, oh, here we go. Here we freaking go. Like, dude, we just went to clutch 33 today.
Damn.
32
dude, I'm at 19 still.
I don't even remember what clutch I'm at right now. I'm still waiting on the freaking Bruce Wayne girl to lay the last bang clutch, though. She still hasn't dropped them yet.
Bro, it was only like 2 weeks ago. I was like sitting in the teens. I'm like, whatever, freaking here they come. Like, all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, wow.
And soon you're going to have the baby rush. And you're going to be sitting there going, holy shit.
Oh, dude.
What did I do? Or actually, what did Christine do? All Christine's fault.
I've never had this many lay at one shot in the beginning of the season. We're late though. We're literally like 15 clutches late from where we usually are like this time of year. They're usually hatched out like 15 roughly about now. We're only hatched out 2 now going on 3. We just cut another clutch. But only 2 are shut out. First 15 or 17 or 18. So we're really pushed back, but now it's all one shot. So them girls all backed it all up.
Wow.
But I think we're going to have an early season because I stopped pairing back in like early May.
Okay.
I was just like, I had girls with follicles and shit, and I'm just like, oh no, we got like 60, 70 clutches coming. I'm stopping this.
But didn't you like sell off a lot of your girls though? That what were like your early layers to begin with anyway? So it kind of, because of that, pushed your season back a little.
I started late this year. Started breeding like pretty much January.
Okay.
I used to start all the way back in October, and I was like, this year I was like, you know what? I had so much stuff left from last year, a lot of cool stuff, a lot of higher end stuff. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to start in January. Well, now that stuff's mostly doing it. We're only sitting on like 20 maybe babies I got left for sale. But like I said, everything I got for sale now is almost, I'll hold it back. Like it's like white lace stuff that's on Morph Market. People when the price drop. I keep getting messages, when's the price going to drop? And I'm like, it's not.
Are you serious? People are actually messaging you, asking you when the price is going to drop?
Yeah, all the time, dude. I get a message all the time, like, when are you going to put it on sale? Like, I'll put it on sale, but I'm not half pricing like some of these guys. Like, there's no other white lace, like, blah, blah, blah. Like, if you say a white lace mahogany, there's not another one on Morph Market.
Dude, there was only one white lace head clown on Morph Market.
And people have them like 1,500. I think possible head clown, which I'm just going to turn around. I'm just going to Charlie test them for the white lace and clown and just be done with it. And if they test for it, like I said, their price is either going to go up or I'm just going to hold it. Because like I said, who has mahogany clowns, right?
No, they just have single gene. They don't have combos.
So like, I think a lot of people, because of the way the market is, are waiting, but they're watching auctions, but they're not really still buying like the rare. You can't just get like, and hopefully that comes back at some point. But I'm not just gonna give shit away at this point. Like, I could use it. Like,
Yeah.
there's some
And
stuff
that's-
you'll definitely get great deals on, but when it's like one of a kind or one of one, like ever sold them more, yeah, dude, I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to sell for $100. So come on.
Yeah. No, I agree.
No, and that's where people got like breeders need to be responsible and stay firm and not cave on that shit.
Right. I mean, you're gonna have guys cave on certain shit. I totally get it. Like just take like a clown pied, right? Well, if you type in clown pie and a single gene clown pie pops up, like, oh my god, they were $500 last year or whatever. Now they're selling for $250, but there's like 38 of them.
Yeah.
So I get that, right? Like 250, sure, 200. There's 38 of them. Like wherever the price needs to be to like clear them out, that's what it. But like when you type in mahogany Pompeii, well, nothing's gonna pop up. It's one on one. So, and like I said, I know Pompeii's are down to like what, $3 grand now. I don't even know.
I don't even know.
2,500, whatever. But again,
I
it's
don't
like that. It's not about the money, but I don't want to give it away, right? It's not about like, oh my god, I need to get top of the market, but I don't want to be the cheapest on Morph Market by $1,000 or some shit.
Yeah. This stuff still needs to, like, you still gotta keep its value, because if you diminish the value on it, basically, diminishing the value of everything beyond with it.
There's a lot of like, I don't know, man. We're all just sitting back, just watching what's selling, what's not, what's hot. Like I cannot put a finger on actually what's like hot. I know what people like. I get it all the time. If I had the money or I love that snake, like you get that all the time. I totally know what's likable, but what is actually like hot for the future? I can't tell you. Like people are still buying sunsets out the wazoo, and I'm like, okay, now they're cheaper and stuff, and the sunset's cool and some stuff, but like, how deep can you take it? Or lavender stuff, or this kind of stuff. Like you can make rails, and they're cool as hell, but they've been made.
Yeah.
But where's the next step of or blah 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 project? I don't know.
Well, the other thing is too, like that mahogany Pompeii.
Mm-hmm.
People gotta like understand the work and the years it took to get that.
That's
That's a lot of work, and you gotta respect that.
I started thing because, like I said, I was a broke biscuit, just like everybody else.
Yeah, man. You know how many snakes it took, and years of growing up and pairings.
Yep.
Just
80% of the snakes we make, I made from scratch because I've been doing it for a while. And I didn't basically, I didn't get my head in the game till like 7 years ago. I'm going, recessive. This. Like, we were just making some cool ass super freaking whatevers. And we were messing with spider back then, even still. Like super orange, dream, spider, fire, yellow belly, had every gene in the world that made it look awesome.
Yeah.
Then we got into, the COVID, right? Like, I guess a little before COVID. I mean, we had recessive before that, but like really started like zeroing in on like, okay, double recessive and this. And I spent 3 years doing that kind of stuff and made a lot of byproducts. I mean, doing that. Black Pastel Mojave, double head clown and ghosts. I made like 30 of them 1 year, trying to shoot for like the double visual.
Yeah.
Which was a mistake all on its own because I hit a couple, but
it was a long shot.
Bro, like I did like 9-10 pairings of this stuff, and it was just Mojave double head, Black Pastel double head, Black Pastel red stripe double head, whatever. And they sold. Thank God it was COVID, but I couldn't imagine doing that today.
Yeah.
Today we would have sunk the shit. So you have to be like real careful how much you do with stuff. Like I know odds are hard and long shots, but you got to be like you got to be
smart with
products. You got to be conscious of that byproduct. Because like I said, people going for these triple heads and like, oh, I can hit it, and they do 6 pairings and they hit one, and they got all these triple head. Like nothing against you, Kurt. Like you said, you had a couple of them cool ass ones left, but like vanilla triple head, hobby triple, like a single gene triple head, male. People will look at that and be like, nah, we need a visual. Well, visual's not available, but they'll wait. They think they'll wait.
Yeah. They're going to be waiting for a while.
They'll wait a while, right? They don't realize the work that goes into actually getting that visual on the market. Then you'll have a guy actually hit it, and then they're like, I'm going to sell it. The market's broke, blah, blah. And they put it out for like 1/5 the freaking price or something. It's like, you dumbass. Dude, you're like the only one. Like, what the hell were you doing?
Well, I had a few people reach out, and they were actually interested in a male because he is 100% triple het,
Right.
and they were gonna take it to stuff and combos and stuff and shed test it. You know, maybe hopefully they'll get 2 of them will come back. You know
what the new generation's missing, and like I said, I want to word this right because I don't want to be like slamming or talking shit. So I got to word this very right. The new generation versus even like the generation for 5-6 years ago. The reason I know so much about genetics is because I watched them pop out from hets to individuals to line breeding them to individuals again, and it was like the process of making the snakes. Seeing the transaction, like adding spot nose. Oh shit, let's add red stripe, and it was like it didn't add them all like one shot, right? It was like this year I did 2017 I did it. 2018 when I just put red strip and yellow belly together. Oh shit, dude, that Pompeii came out. I have something like that, black pastel yellow belly. Let's put that to that. So then it's the progression missed. Then it finally hit the Pompeii, and it's a couple years later, but I'm like, okay. Then you start playing with lace and you start picking up what the lace kind of is doing.
Yep.
From today, like you said, you're selling these gene pack snakes for sometimes budget money, and new guys didn't even learn how to do the genetics yet. And they're putting it back out there going, well, it has to be this because I never seen anything like this. But
because it was in the pairing.
Because it was in the pairing, and they pretty much haven't seen shit.
Yep.
Right? They haven't been around long enough to really see the transaction of what fire does versus lace. They're very similar. Like you do certain pairings, right? You can confuse fire and lace very easily. Yellow belly versus gravel and all this stuff. You can really confuse them kind of things. It's crazy. Dude. I've been doing this a decade, dude. Some cinnamon black pastel combos will confuse these shit out of me. I won't know which one it is. Cinnamon will pop out with like red stripe and yellow belly. Dude, it looks like a black pastel. Because I have some crazy dark cinnamon stuff. Because not all cinnamon stuff is equal. Some of it's very light. Some of it's very dark. Some of it's very het red xanthic looking, and it has the freaking eyebrows in it because it has like another gene floating in it, granite or whatever's going on. But like I said, the new they want it now. Like I want to make this combo because it's hot. They make it. They freak out because they have no time invested. They don't know that somebody spent 7 years making that shit or whatever. They bought it, they made it, they lucked out, and now they just ship it off. And it's like, bro, that snake would have done wonders for you if you freaking like just applied like some knowledge to it and like where to take it.
That's where Joe and I were kind of talking on something similar about like that yesterday before everybody got there.
Mm-hmm.
And there's, to me, you guys that had to do it the harder way.
Yeah.
Where you did it step by step. You learned everything. You've got more out of it and more satisfaction as well doing it that way than people do now. Everybody takes it for granted now. Now, if they don't see it, they'll just test it, and if it comes back positive, okay, it's there. Like they don't really appreciate it.
I can tell you,
like you guys do.
I can tell you a story, and Chris can vouch for this because Chris knows me a long time. Before the mahogany clown, we're just talking straight mahogany clown was made. I talked to Chris, and I was like, "Bro, like, what kind of shit can we like make?" And we were like talking back and forth about like where to go. And I'm like, I had this gene called mahogany, and I'm like, what if we make mahogany head clown? Like, no one's ever seen a mahogany clown. Jessica Bolka released it. What was it, Chris? Like fucking 3-4 weeks later after I made it. I made heads. I made 4 of them, and I offered between $5,000 and $10,000 for a head. And this is only going back 2018 or 19.
Yep, that's about right.
And maybe 17. And it was 17 because it was the Eagle Super Bowl and all that shit. And I didn't sell. I made my money back on that project, okay? But by the time my girls did grow, because like I said, Volker released the visual at that point, so I had 3 years to wait because 3 of them were female, 1 was male. And I did make the mahogany, and then I missed the year. Like my male didn't get big enough, and you know how that goes. Just missed the year. Well, that means everything sometimes. Like some of these projects, we know how that goes. So they were like, what were they, Chris? $5,000? Because you made one very shortly after, like.
I think it was like 2 years later I made heads.
Right. But we were basically on the same path because, like I said, my boy took off like when you actually made your visual. Because I remember you having the heads on the table and they were still selling for like $1,500, $2,500 or whatever.
I got $1,200 for a girl.
And then the next girl, what did you end up selling her for?
$600.
Yeah, it literally dropped in half within a matter of like 2 months.
Sheesh.
Yep.
So, like I said,
that first girl, she literally was on Morph Market for maybe 4 hours. So,
yeah. So the only reason I'm telling this story is like, yeah, we're like kind of in a weird market. It's not a crash. It's just a weird place we're in right now. This was all the way back in what, 2018, Chris? Before COVID, 2019. So we've seen this before, like where it went like off a cliff, and then it went back up. Like COVID brought it back up, and it feels like we went off a cliff right now again with certain shit. Like, let's be serious. Like there's some snakes I'm just like, how the hell is that? Like, that's all it's
well,
like.
I think when it went off the cliff the first time for us, the way it came back, that's when all the sticker breeders came in.
Well,
yeah, that's when people were just going stickers, and they were, doing logos and podcasts and all this stuff before they even had a first clutch.
Yep. And that's not a knock. That's like not.
That's not a knock. I'm just saying. I'm just describing.
We referred to that wave of people because it was like all stickers were going on incubators, and they were going.
It was sticker. Everybody's doing sticker exchanges, and yeah.
We didn't even have stickers yet at that point. Like I just became Triforce at that point. We were still John and Christine selling off one table with flashy lights on the table. Yeah, the sticker wave, and then a banner wave, and then, like I said, the table wave, and
I think now it's like, back in the day, it used to be fun to, get all the ingredients and make your own spaghetti sauce, and now it's like everybody's just going to buy spaghetti sauce in a jar.
Yeah.
No one's buying. Hets used to be a deal. Hets used to be the thing, man. You'd go out there and you'd want like that whatever blah 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 het.
I remember we used to compare single genes and like really get down to super nuts. Like, what single gene was like better than this single gene, or like, like Orange Dream, man. I'll never forget my hunt for Orange Dream. I had so many Orange Dreams in my hand that I was like, like, and then I found that one, and then I started injecting it and everything, and everybody was like, "Oh, dude, it's high Orange Dream." I was like, "Nah, it's not, dude." Like, I seen high Orange Dream when I started coming out. I got high Orange Dream now. Like, but when I first started Orange Dream, I didn't. It was good, but it wasn't a high Orange Dream good. And a lot of people say they have a high Orange Dream now, and I'm just laughing. Bro, you see a real high Orange Dream? You ain't got no high Orange Dream.
my first Orange Dream looked like an Enchi, remember?
Yep.
Like, is this a freaking Enchi or is it Orange Dream? Like I was like an argument. I'm like, holy crap! I mean, I never bred her, but I ended up finding something better. But
when I had my first high Orange Dreams, I was floored of what the babies look like. I was just like, oh, okay, we're not playing the same game. It's Orange Dream, but it's on steroids.
Yep.
And then
I've got that high OD pod girl growing up. Then I've got the high OD super Enchi female that's I'm waiting on a prelay shed on.
Nice.
Then I got introduced to Bang. Like I said, Nathan got it in and all that stuff, and I was like, oh shit.
The hell with the Orange Dream shit.
Yeah. Well, I was like, Orange Dream's cool. I said, but this is different. I was like, imagine these together. And that's my thought. Like, everybody's like, oh, don't put it in Orange Dream. Don't do that. Why not? Let's make them better.
But it's an ID nightmare, John. It's an ID nightmare.
The thing is, Jeremy, this is my thought, and this is where I'm going to get controversial. I don't give a fuck about ID shit. I want to make the best, prettiest snakes in the fucking world. That's all that. That's all that matters. The prices are the prices. You come, like I said, my end goal is to make the absolute most. I can't believe that snake exists. Was my goal when I got into this. It was never about really money. Now, we need money to go. I need money to feed. I need money to buy racks. I need money to fucking do thermostats when they blow up. Well, I need money. But it's not about like, oh my God, I need a $5,000 snake. Oh my God, I need a $2,500 snake. I need to get $1,600 for this. I'm definitely willing to wheel and deal, but I don't want to be $1,000 snake for $100. Right?
Yeah.
Like the whole world's at $1,000, and oh, John, you don't care about money. Like, give it to me for $100. Like, no, dude, that's not what it's about. But I will give it to you for $5. Like, if I have 3 or 4 of them, and you really are serious about something, we'll talk. But if you're just trying to flip that snake on me and shit, dude, I'll figure that shit out. I'll never deal with you again. But if you are dead ass fucking trying to do something, we'll talk. because that's just got into this to make cool snakes. Like people like, oh, that's just bullshit. You don't. Anybody who knows me, our whole group knows how I am. I'm a fucking head case for that shit. I just love fucking. I have Christmas morning every time I cut these damn things.
Yep.
I'm not, dude. I fucking hit that Pompeii. I was like a little schoolgirl. I have no room to hold these snakes, bro. Is she staying? Yes, she is.
I think my thing with keeping it away from OD is the fact that everybody compares it to OD. So I don't even want it to touch freaking OD.
Double-edged
I want them to be
sword.
able to look at that and be like, all right, yeah, that like OD
See,
ain't got shit on.
I'm the cocky fuck though, and like I said, this is straight up. I'm the cocky ass. Find me an orange dream that looks like it. Find me a super orange dream that looks like a bang orange dream. I got one. Find me one. I want to see it. Put it in my hand. Because once you do, then I go, okay. Make another. Make this. Do it into this combo. Because like I said, after I've seen some of that shit Nate made, Orange Dream can't do it. It can't do it alone. Some of the stuff I made so far, some of the stuff that we hope to hit, Orange Dream cannot do it alone, even in super form. It just can't.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like the bangs look super. Like the bangs come out super OD quality off the rip. And like Jason here said, you know, if you can't pick it out mixed with OD, it must not be that much better.
Exactly.
That's so far from the truth, dude. Like you can see it, but it's one of those things. Like if you hit a very good expression OD, it could be like, okay, is it there or is it not there? It's just simpler to keep it not there with it, in my opinion.
Like I said, again, for my own quality holdback stuff, probably even said it last week. It gotta be, like I said, if I can't tell, is it good enough for me?
We're gonna see. We're gonna see.
I've done it. Like I said, I can pick my orange dreams out with my bang right now. They're not going to be released yet. I do want to do more just to make sure it's consistent through different orange dream lines. Now I've done it to freaking straight just OD. I want to hit it with a high OD. I want to see if that escalates it even more. You're right. A bang looks like a super orange dream, but it's different. It's not the same color as a super orange dream.
Yeah, exactly.
You would hit bang off fire versus bang off OD or even high OD. They're different colors. They're different patterns. They're different head stamps. They're different. Yeah, they have that bubbly, like, hep hide looking with the tracks and like.
Yeah.
That's the only thing Orange Dream and Bang have really in common is basically the kind of pattern in single, maybe a double gene form, maybe like pastel. I made one with Mojave. I made tons of Orange Dream Mojaves, like with high Orange Dream or high OD Mojaves and stuff like that. Bro, it can't even hold a candlestick. It's like
Or even just look at the Bang clown. Compare it to an OD clown.
Well, yeah.
OD clown, you may as well just put that back in the rack and don't even.
But I have seen a few like Chris. Again, you need to add something else to get anywhere near Bang. Like Chris has a high definition vanilla Orange Dream, right? Kurt? Like that snake looks like a Bang.
He's in shed. Sucks.
He's a high Orange Dream, but he has vanilla, and he's one of the prettiest examples of ones I've ever seen. That looks like a Bang, but he had to put vanilla on it. He had to as high as
he's in shed.
So he had to add. Now imagine what the Bang vanilla looks like.
Ooh, that's coming this year.
So
with Hurricane, hopefully.
Right, so it does a level up again where now it's like, okay, here's your OD back. Here's your OD of vanilla. He's awesome. But now you have this in here. Well, imagine that now super. Imagine that now with OD. We'll see. And again, like I said, people are so quick to dismiss Bang out with OD. But everybody's like okay with a freeway. Everybody's okay with a gravel. Everybody's okay with like the complex. And they can't tell the difference between any of them, but they all do different shit. And they all do different shit in combos. But that's totally okay. Same thing as the Bell Complex. Phantom looks like a Mojave. Looks like a freaking whatever, Mystic, you know, or Mystic and Phantom are the same. But like Special that makes white snakes. They're all in the same complex.
Lesser.
Well, yeah, like I said, lesser. But they're okay with that. But it's not okay to Bang. Like it has to be OD. Like what?
I think it's because my opinion is that everybody wants it to be OD. Because they want to see the people that invested all that big money into purchasing the animals. They want to see them secretly.
Well, they can think they want.
I think is what it is. In all honesty,
that's my fault. We've already, like I said, tests were sent in for OD.
It's definitely not OD. Yeah.
Now just say literally, just say it's a Leelic. Because we have 100% not. I haven't proved 100% that out yet. I don't know if anybody else has, but say it's allelic. Now it might be a different variation of that complex, but it's good. That's all I got to say about it. Because now you have OD, you have high OD, you now have deep OD. Bang's going to sit, like I said, if just say it's allelic, going to sit at the top, just like asphalt sits at the top of the yellow belly complex, just like special sits at the top of the bell complex. At least in my opinion, it does. Like special, whatever, out of the bell complex is usually not everybody's number one pick to put in the clowns or recessives or whatever. Everything has a top, but if it does become allelic, and like I said, hopefully in another, I'm not going to be able to prove it out this year, but maybe next year, to say it becomes allelic, it's going to be the top of it.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm totally okay with that. Like, okay, cool, freaking it's allelic, blah, 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 but I still don't think it is. Like I said, Nate did a clutch. We don't know yet. So testing for something, some stuff gets straightened out. We just don't know 100%. But I don't think it's going to be allelic.
Yeah, I hope it's not, but
I hope it's not. Oh, of course.
I mean, like you said, though, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if it's not close.
Well, it's definitely close. It already has a close pattern, right?
Yeah.
It's getting compared to OD. It's getting compared to OD on purpose because it has that pattern.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it wouldn't have a comparison if it was its own thing. But, dude, I remember when people thought Enchies were orange streams.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was selling Enchi, like, oh, it's orange stream because it's a little yellow at the bottom or a little orange at the bottom. I'm like, bro. Shit, snakes still do that to this day. Look at all these granite genes. Right, dude. There's like 55 freaking granite genes.
Yep.
Hey, you know what, though? That one that I got coming in, I got a feeling. I don't know. It'll probably just be another lags, but you know what?
You can't tell me they do the same shit, though. There's some granites that do some insanity paint.
Yeah.
Recessive granite kills it. Nanny, like, gets swept under a rug a lot by a lot of people. I don't have any, but I've seen some sick ass nannies. That Carnage shit. I've seen some sick ass Carnage that what's his name works with.
Is it Nanny Carnage?
Yeah, Nanny's Carnage now.
With the Grim?
I think they're the same thing.
Yeah, Grim. Grim's another one. No, I'm trying to think of that one. What's his name has?
Voodoo.
No, he works with Ian and such shit.
Oh, Ash with his malice.
See, I'm telling you, I'm so sorry, dude. It's because I'm gonna put on the spot with the name, but yeah, Ash. What's that called? Malice?
Malice. Which is why I jumped on this one, because if you put picture to picture, it looks almost freaking identical.
Then remember Black Granite? Like, it doesn't even like have a label anymore, but Black Granite was a big time thing years ago. Some for thousands. I don't know. I got some cool granite. I got some Blase granite. Hidden Gene Woma back in the day used to come attached with granite. It was called the Hidden Gene Woma granite for many, many years.
Okay.
Red stripe. We were talking with Charlie about it last week.
Yeah.
90% of the red stripe that people love out there is attached to a granite gene.
Yeah.
It's just like 90% of the freaking blackhead people love out there is attached to the red gene. So.
All I know is with that girl that's coming, if I can just even replicate her, her pattern, even if there's no super form to it, if I could just replicate that pattern and run with it and mess with it even more, it was well worth it.
Hey, like a lot of people seeing Black Pastel Blackhead by now. This is Ghost version. But look at that pattern, dude.
Yeah.
It throws a weird ass granite. Like I call her Dinker because, or Lags, I call her because, like I said, that's what I call my look. Another granite was what Lags means. But anyway, it's like she throws weird, insane, like I said, stripe, dude. Like what? Most Blackhead Black Pastels don't even have that. They're dark. This girl's granite looking. I don't know why. Like,
pretty though.
And her babies transfer that shit. Like they come out like flowery and chain link, like crazy chain link. And I know a lot of blackheads with the red gene do chain linking, but it's like way higher. It's funky.
Have you ever paired like a sibling back just to see if it did something completely and totally wacky?
On her, I haven't. Actually, no, I don't think I have it yet. I might do that next year. Like her this year, I got this whole like wacky. This year was like I wanted to make black snakes. Like that was my goal this year because I don't know why, but I wanted to make super blackhead, super black pastels or 8-balls.
Okay.
Want to see how dark I can make a snake, and everybody's like, I might be counterproductive, man, but I don't think anything cooler looking than a freaking jet black ball python. I think that should be cool. I do all colors and stuff. I made stark white. I made crazy ass gray patch snakes with being the gray matters, and now I'm making them darker and shit. And now I want to try to get black and white without using xanthics, basically, to see what we can do with the black and white. And put the pie tracks on them and stuff like that. That one, like I said, that one I just showed earlier. It's getting close. I'm getting it. I put it kind of on the back burner for the last year and a half, 2 years. I was playing with making all these hats and with clowns and visuals and all that shit, but kind of reversed this year and get back to what really I really like.
Let's get back to doing what gave you the passion in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. I love the clown stuff, and I have a ton. I love it, but I always loved the look of a gray matter, like something about white and a pattern of a gray or gray scale or even yellow. Like it don't matter. I love that bounce. That's not a pie.
Yeah,
it's kind of neat.
Dude, that urban camo thing, man. Holy crap, that thing was cool.
Yeah. I got this snake here. I'll show you this snake.
And then the other one you held back, Christine's that favorite one. That was pretty.
Now this one here.
Let me run the last two sponsor ads here quick, John, because we gotta wrap this up here soon. So give me a second.
All right. Make sure you check out Nathan at Infinite Possible Pythons. He is your guy to go to if you want to get into the Bang project. On top of it, he's working a bunch of awesome ball python projects. Kahua geckos, Leachianus geckos, crested geckos, some scaleless corn snakes, and he is your one-stop shop for all your branding needs. So check him out. Check out Chris Shelley over at S Reptilia if you need a high-end ball python, blood python, locality boa, or colubrid. He's also Pennsylvania's distributor of Coco to Go and the Chipper, and he can also hook you up with some rats. So make sure you guys check out Chris over at S Reptilia. Head on over to Triforce Morse if you're looking for that missing piece in your ball python breeding project. While you're there, add a little bit of laser citron to the mix, folks. John and Christine can also hook you up with the crested gecko, so don't forget that. Turn up the heat with Triforce Morse. If you want to use the best reptile record-keeping and tracking software on the market today, scan the QR code or click our partnership link in the description down below for a free 30-day trial of Husbandry Pro. I promise you, you will not regret it.
All right, show that bad boy off, brother.
This we popped out about 2 years ago. Like I said, and people that watch maybe might have seen this snake before.
I remember him, yeah.
So this thing came out and like,
she's badass.
that is just to me like,
look at that head.
It's just a crazy looking animal.
Just a crazy looking animal, right? It's got everything going for it. It's got a weird color going on. It's got the tail. It's got the outlines around the tail. All kinds of crazy shit. I call him the weirdo. Now, what I do think he is, I do think he's a gargoyle, champagne, flame, blackhead. The reason is because, like I said, the dark outlines, and like I said, I think the fire lightened it up, and we made a lot of like gargoyle stuff that was like this. The ringers back there.
Gargoyle's what? Isn't that like
gargoyle is
what, green pastel or something?
head red xanthic.
Okay.
And
see, I knew a gargoyle was something else, just renamed basically.
Yeah, so he's a gargoyle or an onyx because I made this one an 8-ball. I'm not sure if I hit the cinnamon gene or the black pastel gene. So he's either, I do believe it's the head red xanthics, black pastel, or cinnamon.
Okay.
So basically, I just call him the super, like my weirdo snake. So I put him into a super black this year to try to basically recreate him. And I want to see if I can separate blackhead out of him and some of these genes. Oh, and he's possible honey. Stop that. So I don't know.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens with that. And then this is another snake I used on a lot of stuff this year, which is
I like that guy. I know what that is.
This is a razor cinnamon.
The Razor or Huffman?
Razor is Huffman.
Well, I know, but which line was it originally? Razor or Huffman, John?
Razor.
Okay.
I thought it was a super.
It is a super. Razor's Huffman. Huffman's part of Black Pastel Complex.
Yeah.
So it is a super. So anything he touches, we either throw a Huffman, aka Razor, or a Cinnamon, and he's pied. So he's like I said, we'll say for lack of terms, just for jeans, he's a Huffman Cinnamon pied. So what I did was took him to some of the weirdo stuff, took him to like a gray matter to try to start making Huffman matters to see what they do.
Yeah.
Because we can get like getting the same looks with Huffman jean versus an 8-ball or super black or super cinnamon. We can start eliminating kinking. Start eliminating kinking, and then what the secret sauce is trying to get like mahogany, blackhead, start getting some of these other crazy dark jeans we got going on in the ball python world to get this contrast. Depth, like I said, then it can get legs, super blackhead.
Yeah.
Right, and then we can start turning this shit into pieds. We can start making black and white pieds and black and white ringer ones that are arguably better than pied. You see how high weight he is. So I like the snakes that aren't even pied because they're going to get that crazy ring. It gives it more pattern. It gives that spread out pattern across them or more saddles. And then like I said, and then the world's whatever. Just so I was like, I want hypo in it. And I'm gonna make hypo versions of it, or we'll make clown versions. Take away the eye. Maybe it does another something to it.
See,
like
this is one of the things I love about you, John, is that you've got that vision to try to explore and experiment, where I think a lot of that has gotten lost in the industry.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I think it really has.
It hurts sometimes with.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say he's been down some dark roads.
It does go down some dark roads. I've been down some dead ends, man. That they could have been really cool, but the market has dictated I had to jump off some of them roads because it just didn't sell right. Like people loved it, pet crowd loved it, but a breeder was like, "Oh, it'd be cool if it had stranger. It'd be cool if it had like right." I'm like, shit. And so I had to jump off some of that stuff. Like some of the reactions were like citrus pastel flame. Like that's like lost. Like an actual citrus pastel. Like I don't know how many people really has actually seen a real citrus pastel, but that version of pastel is lights out.
Yep.
Compared to a pastel, it looks like a lace next to it, like a pastel lace something. It's so clean. Lemon pastel is another one that kind of fruit lemon. Kind of lost. You really don't even hear about it much anymore. Like it just kind of gets thrown in as pastel.
And they don't brown out.
And again, Flame is going to test this fire. I know that. But there was something about Amir's line of Flame. It was just a different look. It had a granite pattern to it. Made the freaking fires when they got older, like yellow and black. Like straight up desert ghost looking yellow and black snakes and stuff.
Okay.
You don't see that much anymore. Now you see a lot of this. Oh, that's a firefly. All right, it's just a bright pastel or something. Or no, like some of the jeans I think just got lost in translation because I think a lot of newer people got into them. Kind of didn't really know what it was, so they're just like, I remember fire, or I remember or somebody told them that shit, and the old breeders basically jumped into something different, puzzle. Yeah. All these cool ass jeans that are out, like puzzle and acid and all this stuff. So they kind of put that stuff on the side. They still have it, but they don't. It's not like a marketable kind of thing. So those are like pastel. It's going into the fucking pet trade. It's pastel. It's not flame. It's not fire. It's wholesale snakes. So they just literally dump it in with don't tell the heads or anything. Just push. So
is LSR fire the same as flame?
Very similar in my opinion, and like I said, LSR again, it's a insane version of fire. Some of that stuff, what's his name put out?
I think it's just kind of his line. He line bred it, so.
And it's mind blowing. You don't ever hear about LSR fire anymore, right?
No, he's got a yellow belly. He's got a yellow belly too. I forget what it's called.
Yeah. And again, that's a great example. Like back in the day, Gold Blush Mojave. Do you remember that name?
Yep.
Gold Blush there from Brian Gundy.
From Brian Gundy, man. Again, you don't hear Gold Blush anymore. I don't think it's even on Morph Market as a freaking listing anymore.
I thought I saw some like Gold Blush pieds or something.
Yep. And again, like These jeans will test as Mojave. They'll test, but they don't look the same. Like I can make Mojave look so dark, pattern so stretched out, and then people used to call them Harlequins because it came out like stretched out, and everybody's like, "Oh, that's a Harlequin. That's a Harlequin." And I'm like, at the end of the day, it was a Mojave, but it was a different look Mojave. And Gold Blush Mojave was like this really bright. And the reason I remember Gold Blush so much is that's one of the first cool Xanthics I've ever saw was a straight up I think it was VPI, but it was a Gold Blush Mojave VPI, and that son of a bitch was black and white.
Wow.
Yep. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Like that's an actual, but like, why aren't people talking about this? Like we're getting all these browned out VPIs, and we're getting all these browned out Xanthics, and this thing is black and white as an adult, and it kind of just disappeared. And the dude that had it just kind of disappeared too. And like, who knows where that snake where it landed? Did it reproduce itself? Did it kind of like jungle pastel, right? Like a real true jungle pastel with the lines in it.
I remember that.
With the donuts and shit. And it was like, where did them snakes go? Like people like started concentrating, oh, acid and they're all the same. Oh, confusion are all the same. No, they're not. Like there's freaking insane ones and there's ones that you barely even tell.
Yeah.
They're the same way. Look how crazy that gene comes out on some people's shit. I'll be freaking surfing. I'll be like, oh shit, look at that thing. That don't look. And people like compared Stranger to Mahogany for years. I'm like, I don't look at everyday Mahogany, right? Like I just think there's so much nuances in all these genes, man. Like, and I just don't think it's paid attention enough. And I think for this hobby to like move forward, I think quality.
Right there, Keith nailed it right on the
Yeah,
head.
Keith nailed it.
Again, yo, bro, like straight up, Keith, like Justin put out how many videos on lace? It's still freaking like people still talking about like like people are missing a boat on some of this shit.
Because Lace is old news, dude. Lace had its 5 minutes of time of fame. Prices went up and now they leveled off. Now it's whatever. What is the new thing?
Think about what you just said. How did it have its 5 minutes of fame when there's only like 4 or 5 lace pies put on Morph Market that are freaking insane examples? How did it have its fucking time in the sun when there's not even any available?
Because Justin put a new video out on a different gene.
Like what? Like what? Though? What is Justin doing right now that everybody's like, oh my god, I have to have?
I don't even. In all honesty, sometimes I hate watching his videos just because it's just like.
I'm just saying it for real. Like,
I don't know.
How long has it been since Justin put out a video that the world had to have it? I can't tell you. I can tell you right now what the last one I remember was the Pompeii.
I think there was something else other than the Pompeii.
I mean, his
I think of what it was.
Sure, but again, Desert Ghost Clowns kind of down. Like what is the world shooting for this year other than triples and quads?
Cosmos was one he did put out. I don't know if it was how recent, but I know he has been kind of pumping Cosmos up.
Not to talk shit. What is Cosmos? It's a fucking lags. It's another freaking It's another granny gene.
Yeah.
So it's a good one, but I'm just saying it's another granny gene. It's another exploder pattern thing. So I'm just saying, like what's everybody's like pinnacle this year? Like what
Well, yeah, that Dark Knight too or something. That was cool.
Dark Knight was that was all around the Pompeii time, the whole spot.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. His latest video is it looks like a DG Clown Pied.
Well, the day this video he put out was like the worst and best on a clutch, which actually was a really good informational video for newer people and shit to show what you can hit like the best and what the worst of the clutch would be.
Yeah.
That was a good video. That was a good video.
I was surprised he actually put a video out talking about pastel, like promoting pastel. Actually,
why is that though, Jeremy?
Because pastel's in everything. Plus, he had to mix with DG.
He has pastel floating in a lot of shit that's really cool. So he has to push it. It's no different than the push for freaking Sunset. Like a guy like Miguel, he has Sunset. He has to boost it, no matter what he says or what anybody thinks. He has to boost it. And I'm not saying like Sunset's bad, dude. I've seen some cool ass Sunsets over the last 2 years. I have changed my mind about some of the Sunset combos. But again,
he's talking about that Sunset Ultramel.
That's a special case, though, dude. The Sunset Ultramel and the Sunset Lavender Albino.
Yeah,
like, those are the gene.
They're cool.
Those are combos that make that gene look good. It's
Well,
just,
I don't-
I can't get onto the sunset train. I would love to like sunset.
why I can't get on the sunset train or even the monsoon train like totally. And guess what? I like monsoon. I would do monsoon pairings if I ever got monsoon. So let's get that out of the way. That anybody thinks I'm talking shit on monsoon. But the whole thing, like, if you put jeans into something and you can't tell, like you said, like to make it better, you gotta literally or stack it to the moon to make it actually hit.
Yeah.
They're the kind of jeans I kind of avoid because that's a really, 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 really rough go. Because it's like Ultramel, just say, okay, like I work Orange Dream Ultramel, Black Pastel Ultramel, Yellow Belly, Cryptic, and Hypo, and Blackhead, and I'm getting all this cool shit in Ultramel. But if I make the sunset, them jeans might fuck it up. You know what I mean? Like the sunset might be cool. Maybe Orange Dream works with it. Maybe Yellow Belly, but like just say maybe one of the darker jeans starts turning and mudded out, and it starts doing whatever. Now you're effing up. You make the awesome crazy thing, and all of a sudden it's like, oh god, it sucks.
Yeah.
And I don't want to work jeans like that because now it's like kind of putting Spider in a
Well, you're limited.
project,
You're
right?
limited.
You're very limited.
Yeah.
And then the odds to hit it, like 1 in 75 chance, or trying to get them jeans all to line up and stack to make.
Well, Keith just said Sunset Stranger Clown. Ugh.
Yeah, like I'm not even gonna sit here and bullshit you, man. Like,
I don't think that.
it might be awesome, but it doesn't sound good.
No.
No.
But like with what you're saying with monsoon, I love just the base monsoon.
Mm-hmm.
Everything I've seen it thrown into just looks monsoon.
The
But
banana
I
monsoon.
have a hard time picking anything else out. Whether it was the clown, it still looks monsoon. Like it doesn't. The clown didn't really do much to it, in my
The
opinion.
monsoon clown? That looked
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I thought the monsoon clown just looked monsoon
It
basically.
was
Different head.
It was
but
like
monsoon.
respectfully blah. I mean, it was monsoon, right? Like Jeremy said, it was monsoon. When I breed, like I said, I'm always thinking like, how can I make this snake better? Every snake that comes out
Yeah.
that I want to keep is like, how can I make it better? And there are plateaus where you just kind of get where like, I don't think this can get any better. Like, what do you do then? It's kind of like a dead end project at that point for me personally. But like
I think that's where it also pays off if you're working color based morphs or recessives.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we can't just. I'll use stick on the monsoon train. Okay, we haven't found that one gene that kind of changes monsoon's pattern, but we've got tons of genes that can change that color.
Yeah.
So let's
What do
play
you
with
think-
the color of it, and I think that's where you can yeah, you're gonna be limited on that, but you're at least making different colored shit.
What do you think would change the pattern?
Dude, I don't even.
What do you
freaking
think
know,
it'll
'cause
take?
Monsoon Spider, I was told, look like Spider didn't do nothing to Monsoon.
You know what I would really like to see, and this might be out of left field, and I hope somebody's doing it. The monsoon tri-stripe.
Okay.
I want to see if tri-stripe tames it.
Did anyone do Pied?
They did Monsoon Pied.
Monsoon pied, but I'm trying to think of like
There was
something
two of
so
them.
powerful that it will just maybe take the monsoon over.
The one was a high white pied, and the other one, and chat correct me, the other one was like a medium white pied, but I wasn't impressed by it. Like I
What if
honestly
maybe
thought
something
it's
like
bad.
Enchi Pied? Get the Enchi,
As I said,
add more
that might be-
pattern, maybe reduce it a little.
All right, here's a good conversation. What's the most overrated gene you think on the market today?
Most overrated?
I got mine. I instantly off the top of my head.
most overrated.
Just like it comes to your head, like what's the most overrated that people talk about, people want, but you don't know why, or you don't know why, but you just don't really understand like what's the hype.
Dude, that's a good one. I've never really fully sat down and thought about what I think is really overrated.
Ugh.
Nope.
People are gonna hate me. I got two.
I mean, it's like I said, we all do this. We all have different things. Like there's some people hate clown. I love clown. Some people hate pied. I love pied. You know, I do love everything. I'm a hoarder of everything. I love jeans.
John's a lover of many.
There's one gene that drives me batshit crazy right now because only one combo has been made.
Did we already mention it? Did we already mention it?
Nope.
Really?
That one
Yeah.
gene
I'm surprised you guys don't know. You guys know me pretty well.
that's so hyped that I just don't get it.
I got like
Dude, I'm
three.
trying to.
I'm like 3 recessives, honestly.
Like I said, we talked about Sunset. We talked about what I do believe the Sunset's overhyped for what it
I think in all,
Yeah, I was
like,
gonna say mine. It's probably Monsoon, Sunset, and Tri-Stripe. I mean, I do like the Hypo Tri-Stripe. Fucking love it. Ultramel Sunset, love it. I've seen some cool Monsoons combos, love it. But
you want to hear what mine is?
go ahead.
Mandarin.
Really?
I don't say
And our
I'm with you.
Mandarin?
I do agree with you on that one. I see people showing mandarins off, and I'm like, I don't.
There's one Mandarin that's been shown basically, and it's shown over and over again, and it's Hypo. But
The
I've seen
Super
the Hypo,
Mandarin Hypo.
Super
Yeah,
Mandarin
that's
Hypo,
cool.
Mandarin Hypo
That's cool.
stuff. It's cool. But I've also made snakes oranger than that, using freaking goddamn Enchi with OD, with black pastel,
You got a pinstripe. Pinstripe will make it orange.
Blow a freaking Mandarin out of the water orange wise. No, not many people see black pastel Enchi, and it's not desired. Like I'll put one up, it sells instantly at a show, or maybe I'll put it online real quick. But the thing is, they blow Mandarin away orange wise. Yeah. And it's like everybody's like, "Oh my god, I need the Mandarin Hypo. I need a Mandarin." And I'm sitting, I'm like, "Well, you could do it with 2 simple genetics. It blows that snake away."
Dude, I got a Super OD Hypo that looks better than that.
And
I do agree with you. The Mandarin. I've been seeing a lot of Mandarin stuff pop up, and whenever everybody's showing it off, I'm like, I don't.
And anybody working,
I'm not seeing the orange. Apparently, that apparently I should see.
Yeah, don't hate me for what I said. Like I said, we're just literally, we all have to each their own. It's just that's just my overhyped gene of the ball python.
Look, that's why they make all different types of cars and all different types of colors.
We can still be friends. I swear.
Yeah.
You could probably show me a Mandarin and change my mind that you did something cool, but I'm just today I haven't personally seen that snake.
Look, I drive a Toyota Camry. John's got a Corvette. Everybody's got their different things.
Anybody, you can hit me up on Facebook, send it to my messenger. It's John Anthony. Send me the freaking Mandarin. I'll sit there and change my mind. But I'm just saying, what I've seen, I haven't seen anything that's like, oh my god, that's worth X amount of money. The other super hype gene for me is zebra so far, because I've seen cool ass pastel zebras. I've seen a couple zebra combos that are really cool, but for that kind of price tag, I'm like, I've seen orange dreams with freaking striped backs like that, like with the yellow bellies and all that shit.
Yeah,
I can agree with you on that one too.
What about that Mario gene?
Mario's what's it called? Isn't though?
It looks a little DG. It looks pretty cool.
It's clean, but it's compared to something. I can't remember what the freaking gene was. Mario's cool.
Yeah. There's so much out there.
So Sunset to me is overrated because I don't like what it looks like as the adult.
The babies are so beautiful, man.
The babies, some of the babies
I
are
wish
cool. Some of the babies I see, I'm just like, like you're. So I see it, I'm like, you're only gonna get browner.
You know what Sunset reminds me of, and it's like a way harder way to go about it, and they're not the same color at all. But bamboo. The reason I say bamboo, because no matter what you put bamboo to, it takes on that bamboo color.
Yeah.
Right? So Sunset, and it's a recessive now, so it's even harder to make. When you take that Sunset, no matter what you do with it, yes, it's light or dark with that orangey, browny look, but they're all that look.
Yeah.
Like I said, people did the Ultramel now, freaking fine, fabulous. Like Ultramel is just rock, so I understand that working well. Hypo, it's kind of cool looking. I'm a Hypo guy. I think anything with Hypo is cool, including
Yep.
You kind of take them out the freaking equation, I start getting like sour on it, right? Like I'm like, okay, that's an orange dream red stripe Sunset. Okay, like Sunset, right? But I can't really tell the difference. A little darker or lighter.
Yeah.
But I will say we've been seeing a lot. From the early stages, they were like blah.
Bro,
but now you're starting to see cool Sunset. You're starting to see cool Tri-Stripes. You're starting to see cool Monsoons.
Think about how much has been worked.
I was gonna say, but it's taken like 4 or 5 genes to make that sunset look decent. That's my that to me. That's where that
Sunset hit the scene.
Got to find the right mix.
Like Brian Barczyk put that shit out. Like when I got into this back in 2012 or 13, whatever it was.
Yep.
Sunset hit the scene, and I'm like, even at that point, I'm like, oh, that's a cool snake. Like I know never seen a snake that color. But then, like, dude, think about where we're at. We're 12 years later, and I'm like, we're just now talking about like, okay, Sunset Ultramel's kind of cool. 12 years of work. Oh, I'm out. Like that's
remember when he cut that
work to try to get a snake to look good out of the thousands made now.
I remember when he cut that first clutch of Scalus.
I mean,
yeah.
You fucking shine. I mean, you shine a turd. So if you shine it enough, it's going to get shiny. Like,
how about this? Mine's Scalus. I'll change it. Mine's the Scalus.
But that wasn't really was that really ever? I mean, I guess at one point it was.
At one point, everybody wanted it. So,
but now
Scalus.
it's. I mean, I don't think it's been even in the spotlight really for anything.
Dude, if anything, everybody's out on Scalus. Like, anybody that knows anything about snakes are pretty much out on Scalus.
Dude, they get like alien looking. They look horrible.
Dude, if they would have had belly scoots like freaking corn snakes and rat snakes and shit, they would have been some of the coolest.
They would have been cool. They would have been cool.
It's because of like the way the husbandry had to be, and like there still hasn't really been a feed. That one guy says it, but he's still the only guy talking it.
Yeah, the Scalus or whatever.
Scalus came out around that time, right? Same thing with the Sunset. I'll never forget. Like, what's it called? That was Brian Cusco's journey with the Sunset. And he bought it off Barczyk, and that was the beginning of like when I got into this shit. That was like the huge YouTube stories and all. And then he cut the Scalus online, and
the big thing is that too is like
that was exciting times in ball python world. I remember when the banana hit the scene like hard. It was out before I got into this, but I'd never seen one until I got into this. And I remember.
Well, then back to Jeremy's complaint. We had auctions back then.
We did.
Remember them auctions?
Shit, yeah, dude. My freaking original dude that makes all my matter shit came from Ben Siegel auction.
Ben Siegel, and then I had the Florida one, the Florida guy.
Basically, I got my snake in. It was a Barnhart. It's just so funny we're talking about that. It was a Barnhart black pastel citrus pastel flame fader gene, which basically fader to me ended up being almost sandblast because half the shit I made was urban camo looking for all these years, but I never use the urban camo because I don't want to disrespect Osborne. He put that shit out, right? I didn't buy it off him. Yes, I was making the same thing, but I wasn't smart enough to put like a name on it, right? I should have. He was making thousands. I'm making freaking hundreds. But what do you think?
Well, guys, it's 10:30 almost.
Yeah.
I've got to be up at like a 3:45. So
Me too.
We got to call this one a wrap so that way I can function and think on all cylinders because it will be my first day back in a week.
Oh, wow, Mr. Week Off.
Yeah, that week off was nice. And now I'm going from being in the AC basically all week to
104.
Like 100 some freaking degrees.
You don't have AC in the cab?
I do, but dude, like even with the AC running, like you're in a greenhouse basically. Like you've got windows on all sides of you. You've got the engine behind you. You're getting a little bit of heat off the engine, and you're getting sun blasting you. Like you've got the cool air hitting you, but that sun's still roasting you with the
tint down windows and put some insulation board behind you.
Drink a lot of water, buddy. It's gonna be hot as fuck in that couple days. I heard.
Dude, I feel bad for my guy that's outside that has no option but to be outside.
Take some breaks and whatever, man. Don't be getting all screwed up.
Yeah, bring a jar for your pee breaks.
Yep.
Nah, that's when you just stop the machine and check the oil.
Oh, we got a leak.
Yeah. I had some guy come up. Somebody came up the one time. I was there taking a leak, and the guy goes, "Dude, your machine sprung a leak." I was like, "Oh, don't worry, it's not the machine springing a leak." He goes, "Oh."
Didn't know I was going to go on a freaking hate gene campaign tonight. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, what the hell, John? You got me naming all of them.
I wanted to start some shit. I wanted to see if anybody commented and whatever, who's working with what. And honest to God, what that was more about, if any of you guys do, I want to see the combos because, like I said, I might be just misinformed and I haven't seen the right shit yet. But I'd love to see it.
Well, and that's the other thing too. Like, one, everybody's got different tastes. Everybody has something different that catches their eye. Like Ultra Mellow would be one of the other things, for in my opinion, that I don't get the hype behind.
Yeah. Well, you can't see.
I can't. But see, that's the thing. I can't see what I don't think I see the colors that everybody else sees in it.
Yeah.
You know, just because I don't see the hype behind it doesn't mean it's a bad gene. I just don't see it.
No, and
we've all got things we like. Not everybody likes Exantic. Me personally, I think that's where, like, I just love seeing black and white freaking snakes.
Because you're fucking colorblind.
Bingo.
And again, you're right though, but there's some Exantics that are so mind blowing. Like, I will 100% like. I'll never down Exantic because I have seen the combos, and it's not like I've seen one. I've seen lots, but I also seen way more worse. I've seen way more worse Exantics. I've seen good. But man, that DG Exantic stuff, dude, that's right. That's up my alley. Like black and white.
Yeah.
That's
I think you got to get fire vanilla in it, man.
I just think I'm about clean snakes. I love cleaning dirty patterns up with like cleanse, like up to the top, right, like contrast. That's just my wheelhouse of what I want.
No, I agree with you. And, like, I know sort of it was said about it, like, this wasn't a bash fest on anything.
No, we love it.
It's literally, it's really just bouncing opinions, thoughts, you know, things for people to think about when doing your pairings as well.
We did a show and we were like, I love everything, and I did this. It'd be one boring ass show now, wouldn't it?
It would be, yeah. People would probably stop watching, be like, wow, these guys are really
like, oh my god, that snake is so beautiful. Why not send me that snake so I can tell you it's ugly as shit and you need to do better. That's really joking.
You know what? All right.
Feed it to your king snake. Get out of here.
Sometimes sometimes like, there's one thing about being positive.
Yeah.
There is such a thing as being over positive. And just, hey, you keep on going out there and you keep making them pastels and you just,
it's even like
keep you know, doing it. It's just deep in the back of your head, you're thinking, this son of a bitch is gonna fucking sink.
I'll definitely get off here, but until whatever. Yesterday at the barbecue, I showed up and I was in one of my, cantankerous moods.
Oh, imagine that, John being cantankerous.
I was being whatever, and she's like, "Oh, I just got confusion on. She got them off you, Chris."
Acid.
So I told her, I was like, "That gene sucks." She looked at me like. And then, of course, because I got the reaction out of her, I kept going. I was like, it's the worst gene ever. Don't fucking eat. And I let her, I forgot to tell her I was fucking with her all day because I did it all day. I was like, yeah, I sold all mine. I was like, they're all crap. And she's like, I used to think John was nice. I used to think he was whatever, but I was just being my total.
Damn, she's so sweet too, her husband. And
I think she knows I was joking, but because I would crack a smile, but she kind of like, she made a punch back to me. Like, that's when she asked you in the room, like, Jeremy, is your acid eat? And you're like, yeah. And you're like, see? And I'm like, oh, no, you're coming back at me with the acid shit. The whole world's just suck. Like, so I was messing with she's watching. I just want her to know, like, that's me in a nutshell. That's me personally. Like, I'm going to play with, like, screw around. It's just what I do.
Just look at Jaundice. I mean,
yeah, it's just what I do. It's just my personality. Like, I'm a reaction kind of guy. Love reaction, whether it's negative or good. It's just fun.
Whether or not it makes him look really good or makes him look like an asshole, John just loves the reaction, folks.
Loves reaction, man. So again, like I said, you got some cool ass freaking comments. I love to see them.
Yeah, exactly.
I love snakes, man. That's all.
Dude, acid and leopard, man. Oh my goodness, I love what it does.
All right, you want to? All right, we're gonna get off here, but the one combo that I do love, and it's kind of half-ass controversial because it's got spider, but a bumblebee leopard acid.
Really?
Dude, look it up once. It's very monsoon-esque.
Cool.
It's very freaking cool looking.
I'll end the show with this one. I still have acid terror.
That's not acid. That's tri-stripe, John. Put it away.
That does look tri-stripe.
It does.
Yeah.
That's a blackhead leopard acid yellow belly.
God damn, that's so cool.
Dude, almost looks like a fucking garter snake.
And guess what? just so that I could stick with the theme. She's a pain in the ass eater, just so you know. He's too cool to get rid of.
That is a cool looking snake.
But she's a hit and miss eater. Fucking acid, dumb Gene.
Eric, what's up?
Right. I didn't know Danny was popping on.
I thought
This is
when he made his acid fucking ghost and shit. I told him how much it sucked and I wanted it. I was like, dude, that sucks, man. Freaking
Dude, that girl's I got the
we gotta let him go, bro. Jeremy's gonna be cursing us out tomorrow. Motherfucker.
yeah, she's cool.
I still want her when you let her go. You had her for sale. Should have took her that day.
No, I don't think I put her up.
You did have her. You had her at Gettysburg.
What are you throwing, John?
That little thing that was stuck to my arm.
Oh, I thought you were throwing money at it.
I was. That's what I was pretending to.
I got this black. I got a black acid girl.
Yeah, fuck that.
She's had hypo.
Stupid acid probably don't eat.
No, she eats great.
Yeah, I'll probably get her and it won't eat.
Dude, that firefly acid exanthic that I've got, like, dude, she'll go on a feeding spree like crazy, and then she'll just stop for like a month.
Oh,
And then she'll go on a feeding spree again, and then she'll just stop out of nowhere again. It's like, what the fuck is this? But the acid boy, he's religious, just boom, boom, boom all the time.
Here's this freaking weirdo lace.
Quit pulling shit out, Sorrentino.
Oh, we're trying to leave. All right. Well, check out my morph market. I'm trying to move. Buy some moving sale. Buy some.
He's got to get that down payment, folks. So you better start buying.
I gotta buy boxes.
Avoid them not eating acids. They suck.
He's too much.
She's probably like, I hate him now. He's such a jerk.
Poor Tara. She probably is still sitting there.
She's
I'm 1 for 3 on acids that willingly eat.
It is a super love hate. Like, I love what acid does, but motherfuck my life, they are rough for me. I mean, that's real. My bang acid eats like a champ. Of course it does, mate. They fucking cheese. Of course it does. Everything eats great for Nate. I give snakes to Nate and they eat good. Like, whatever.
Uncle Nate. Send it to Uncle Nate's house.
Nate's always got to one-up you, John.
I know. It's that freaking 52-degree room and shit. Fucking Dude,
I was talking to him. I'm like, dude, I don't think I can set the snakes up in the basement of this house because it's too freaking cold down here.
I'm telling you, they eat to stay warm. They're like, holy shit, we need something on it, man.
Need some fat.
Yep, he's got the secret down. Freeze your snakes, they'll eat.
Yeah, you don't even have to cool them.
Fucking Nate's there. You're walking to Nate's house, like, God, I need a sweater. It's 105 out.
Yeah.
He got that air pumping.
Well, he does have his house is nice and cozy. I'll say that. I love being at Nate's house because like the temp's just perfect. Even in the snake room, it's like perfect.
Defies all laws of freaking physics with the snake. Like I said, the bends are warm and everything. Like, I'm exaggerating. His house is probably like 72, like whatever. But it's like
72. Holy crap!
It's cold. It's cold for me, man.
I was gonna say I keep mine at 74.
I'm sweat shopping here, and when I go over to his house, I'm like, ooh.
Nah, we're 74 here.
He's like, oh, that one just ate. I'm like, of course it did. It needs food. It needs freaking distillation.
Your snakes told me they're hot.
My bad, man. My acid eats great.
It is toasty in your room, John. I will say that. I mean, I was never sweating my ass off in Nate's snake room.
You know what happened this? I'm gonna let you go. But what happened this year for the first time ever? I took my freaking air conditioner. I block them off with cardboard because, like I said, I usually keep this room between 78 to 82. It got hot as fuck today. I literally pulled for the first time ever, pulled the cardboard off. It's cool in here right now. It's like 77, 76.
Oh, see, that's where I would let it try to sit. Like right now.
But the thing is, once it gets a little cooler outside, it'll drop because it'll drop the house temp 72 or whatever it is. That's why I cover them off and it stays like a steady. My house is cooler in the summertime than it is in the wintertime. It's weird because the heat rises.
Yeah. Well, like right now it's 80 degrees in here, but it's 66% humidity.
Yeah, your room was comfortable yesterday. It was decent. Had the fans going.
So it normally stays like right now 80 is even high. Normally it's like this time of year it's about like 78, so it's about 2 degrees hotter.
When everybody
That's
comes
just
over
because of the
weekend.
TV or the computer being on.
Yeah, so this weekend will be cool. Like I have the air open now, so it won't be like the day you came over. That was a hot day, guys. When you guys came
Yeah,
over.
it was a hot day that
God,
day.
man.
You're right. Plus we were all drinking and yeah, so that doesn't help.
Roof got to 86 that day. It was hot.
Wow.
Yeah. So whenever it comes time to breed the diamonds, I'm going to send the diamonds over to Nate's house since his house is so much cooler. It'll probably be the only way I can get the temps down into the 50s for them.
He said, "Oh, I'm brood mating." I'm like, "Dude, you can just put them out in fucking room temperature."
The what? I'm going to say this and then we're going to get off. I did think about putting the diamonds out in what will be the man cave. You know, out where you actually come down the steps.
Yeah.
It'll end up being the man cave eventually.
Yeah.
But then I thought it's like, well, the wood stove's there. I said, when I fire the wood stove up in the wintertime, it's going to be hotter there than it would be in here. It's like, well, shit, I can't even do that now. So now I've got to figure out a way or a spot. Where can I put these freaking snakes that they'll get up to temp where, you know, during the day, but drop at night where they need to be?
Thought about somehow having Eddie freaking build you something with like to cool him down in a cage?
Kind of like put like a little AC unit in.
Yeah,
with
some kind of little something that just will get them a little cooler and you can raise it up. Kind of use the guts of like a little wine cooler or something.
I guess. I mean, they do have those little tiny AC units. Like they make little AC units. I guess you can rig one of those up with with the second probe on thermostat.
Good,
and put it on as like your nighttime thing,
and put them out in the other room, like you said, the other side, and see if it works.
That's a thought. I didn't think of that. That's true.
Somebody can probably figure it out. Ed probably figure some crazy shit out or pick his brain.
So I've got some time to think about it, but no, that's actually a thought.
Yeah, you could do it like a mini split too.
Yeah. I've got some time to think about it. I mean, you figure you guys saw how big they are. They're not. I've got another good 3 years with them, so.
Oh well, we'll get to work, Jeremy.
Well, get to work, get my ass to bed. Y'all keeping me up. I like when I'm falling asleep behind the stick, and I end up plowing through fucking sight and sound and everything else.
I gotta go re-spack on my ceiling before I go to bed.
What?
I gotta re-spack on my living room ceiling before I go to bed. Christine's gonna paint it tomorrow.
She's just working you like a slave, man.
Yeah.
What do you mean, Jesus Christ? Woman, you started this bullshit.
You mean she's still awake?
Yeah, she's still awake.
Shit.
Painting. I was doing my honey-do list.
See, she was just down.
She's coming up with more work.
Christ, like, she doesn't know that she has to get that done tomorrow. Jesus Christ.
You were doing this here.
And here she blames Nate for you being so tired during the weekend. It's just because she got you working 24/7 now.
You can cut the ceiling in. I'll come home and roll when I get home from work.
Look, see.
Now she's happy. Now she's like, okay.
Now you make her get her ass up on the step stool.
Yeah,
and
you're home.
That shit.
Christine with a rolling pole above her head. Like I said, she's painted with me for like 15 years when I was painting. She does not touch ceiling. She's too damn short. You just see her. She's like a little. That little bot in freaking Star Wars that goes across the little mouse droid. That's
wow.
beep, 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 beep. Go this way.
Oh my god.
And the pole's fully extended. She's like, ee. All dripping in her hair. She's freaking the fuck out. You know, it's fun.
I'm never gonna look at Christine the same again now. Thanks, John.
Oh my god. Mouse droid.
That's it. We are gonna Photoshop Christine's face onto a mouse droid from now on.
Put a little rolling pole sticking off it. Beep, 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 beep. All right, brother, get to bed.
Oh god. All right, guys, thanks for jumping on tonight. It was a blast as always. Everybody in the chat, thank you very much for tuning in. I will try to get a video out this week. Had to see how quickly Charlie gets the shed test back to me. Also depends on how quickly the sheds get to him though too. I'll try to get a video out with Clutch 2. If not, I'll try to come up with a topic then. But this week, with it being so blistering hot, it might be one of those weeks where I'm just kind of dead to the world when I get home. Have to see. But anyway, have an awesome rest of the week. Next week, it is going to be another live kind of this format as well, just because I've got the gun show Saturday and Sunday. So I'm going to be exhausted. What's that?
Let's think about something more controversial to drive everybody nuts.
I was gonna say we'll think about things that we can make people contemplate why they do this. Dude, in all honesty though, like there's controversial topics, even though sometimes it's good things for people to really sit down and think about though.
Totally.
Like you think about it, I mean, it's fun to mess around with it, but it gets people thinking then.
For sure, man.
But everybody have an awesome rest of the week. Stay cool, and we will catch you next week here, 8 p.m. Eastern. See you all later.
Bye-bye.
Peace.